What's up, guys? It's Cooper Webb, and you're listening to the MotoXpod.
Hey guys, what's up? This is Aaron Plessinger, and you guys are listening to the MotoXpod.
Welcome back to the MotoXpod presented by Yamaha Motor USA and Race Tech. Excited to be back on the show, rolling again for another great episode. Thanks to all our YouTube listeners or viewers for sticking with us, watching, all our listeners and archives. We appreciate you as well. Good show tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. We've got Twisted Tea Suzuki presented by Progressive's Colt Nichols and WFR's Walker Fowler Racing, one of the most successful XC1 racers of all time, 7 championships in a row, has just announced recently that this 2026 will be his final full season as a pro. So we wanted to get him on, talk to him a little bit about some of his memories, maybe his favorite races, and just, the up-and-coming guys, how the sport's evolved in the years he's been doing this. So lots of fun. We're going to have a good time. We got a really fun top 5 tonight. In studio, as always, on time, Scotty. What is up, Scotty Thompson?
It's funny that you say that because literally the time that I got here is the time that you've said I was late before. Yeah. Okay.
It's all busting balls, man.
I get it. I'm just, there's a flaw. There's a crack in your.
No, it's not. It's just me busting balls.
Okay.
Like I could have just said, late as usual, but I chose not to.
Well, as always, I am glad to be here and excited for this weekend. And it's a lot of good stuff going on.
Just got an update on that. We'll get to it in a second.
Oh, okay.
Just got an update on this weekend. Also in studio, 710 Designs, Chase Moore. What's up, Chase?
What's going on, dude? Glad to be back.
Glad to have you back. You're going to be working out in the oil field or West Texas. What are you doing in West? Is that coming? No, that's not happening. Oh shit! Never mind then. I was going to say I think we're losing you like we lost TJ.
No. Sore subject.
Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry, man. My bad.
Too soon. Too soon.
So you're not going to prison?
No.
All right. Well,
you are not the father.
Moripovich says. Okay. Well, as always, we're going to get into the Yamaha Motor US opening chat at Yamaha Motor USA. We don't just build motorcycles. We engineer legends. From championship podiums to off-road trails, the YZ platform has defined dirt bike excellence for generations. Whether it's the dominance of the YZ450F, YZ250F, or the beloved YZ250 two-stroke, every YZ is built for riders who push harder, ride faster, and demand the best. So unleash victory and ride Yamaha. Check out YamahaMotorsports.com for all they have to offer. Go to your local dealership. Check them out. Road bikes, dirt bikes. Go to your local music store. Get a piano, guitar, whatever you may need from Yamaha. Okay, so coming up in just, what are we looking at? 10 minutes, Colt Nichols. Let's see if we have any housekeeping. I do want to actually, once again, Renthal came on board last week. Don't forget about the new 661 Fat Bar 995 Twin Wall. That is the Chris Kiefer tested and approved, Eli Tomac used for 3 podiums in a row, chosen bar. When industry-leading performance meets relentless attention to detail, you get the next evolution in control. The all-new Renthal 661 Fat Bar and 995 Twin Wall handlebar bends, designed in collaboration with renowned test rider Chris Kiefer. This bend delivers a sought-after balance of comfort and control to inspire confidence and the highest levels of motocross racing. Paul is sending me some really cool mountain bike stuff. So if you're a mountain bike guy, don't forget they have all kinds of stuff and a lot of stuff coming soon. So keep an eye on renthal.com for all that. Let me check back here on this text to make sure I got the information right. All right. So Houston coming up this week. One of our local races.
Yep.
I'm going. You put in an application to go.
I've already seen.
What'd you see?
I've seen that I'm going with you.
Damn it, Sean. Yeah.
It's like automatic notifications to the like text and stuff.
Yeah, but he texted me personally. Well, I was asking if he was going. I said, I'm going to tell him that he got denied. So that's what I was about to do. I was going to say, no, you got denied. Your articles just weren't good enough.
Yeah, I mean, they probably aren't, but well, regardless.
All right, so you and I will be trying to take over the king of all moto media, Lewis Phillips, in Houston, Texas. I don't think we even need to bother trying to interview Chase because there's just no reason.
Just miss that. Well, you have people that the show has people that like us and not them, so we're good.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Jason Anderson with Steve, but my point is, Deegs is okay with Lewis.
Yeah,
he has no problem with Lewis.
But he's cooler with you, I think.
Seems to be, but my point was Lewis's interviews with Chase make me not want to interview Chase. Like even on Pulp MX Monday night, it was a fine interview, but when I listened to it, I'm like, yeah, it's not the same.
Yeah,
That when you have that bond, that relationship, that friendship, legitimate friendship with those guys, it's just like you can tell the difference. That Chase wants to talk to him, and he's doing like 30-minute interviews. Going, all right, well, let's wrap this up, and then 10 minutes later, they're still doing an interview, and like I'm listening, and like this is still really interesting, and it's cool, man. I mean. It sucks for me because I don't even want to interview.
Does anybody else even try to really?
Well, yeah, Steve, right? Yeah. But they're not. It's just not as good.
Yeah,
and I'm sure other people.
No, I mean like at the races.
Like, when we see Chase, we'll do an interview with him, but it won't compare to what what Lewis is doing.
Yeah,
and the job swap thing.
Yeah, how's that? How Lewis signing up for a Supercross round
not
or what?
Supercross, but
motocross?
He's going to ride. It's not like a joke. It's happening. There's a lot of details coming that he's told me on the phone that
he hasn't rode in years, and they're going to let him ride a factory.
Listen, man,
Kawasaki.
We may not be a factory Kawasaki exactly. I don't know.
Can I put a life insurance policy out on Lewis real quick?
Know that this is going to be badass. Cool. I gave some suggestions which were shot down.
Yeah,
to kind of make it comical. He doesn't want to do that. It's going to be like a real legit thing, but it's going to be really badass when it happens. Some of the things he was telling me, I was like, I'm jealous. I'm a little jealous.
Chase is going to do media?
I mean, you have to wait and see.
I'm trying, man.
You have to wait and see.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
Good one.
What if Lewis goes out and rides and like it's not great, but then Chase does media and it's awesome? Like he's the best.
Well, yeah, I mean.
Or what if Lewis just shreds?
I think it's.
What if he gets a factory ride, dude?
I think it's
a fill-in.
Not saying that it's always easy to do some of the media stuff, but I think it's a little bit easier than doing a quad out of text.
Well, I don't think Lewis has to. He doesn't have to go do a quad. He just has to ride a dirt bike.
If he's trying to live swap with Chase,
it's not even
job swap.
It's job swap, and it's just to ride a dirt bike. It's just called job swap. He just has to ride a dirt bike, and Chase. I don't know all the details, but it's not going to be like you're not going to see Lewis blitzing a set of whoops.
What if? Actually, what would be the funniest is if Lewis finds a magical setting for Chase and like Chase starts winning 7 races after that.
That would be cool. He's like, maybe Lewis is the new KTM test rider.
Whether that happens or not, that's how Lewis is going to play it. He is like, oh well, we know we found a lot of setup and stuff.
Like
I
suggested doing almost like doing the video and having somebody that's built like Lewis that's good come out and rip.
Yeah, that would be pretty good.
Fake it. He's like, no. And he said Chase was kind of the same way. No, this has to be real. And they don't want that. So that was my suggestion that got shot down. And I think they had already, like other people probably had said that too. It's not like it's a unique, but anyway, enough about job swap. That's going to be, I'm actually excited about it. I'm really excited when I talk to him and how happy he is about it and stoked. I think he's a little nervous, but he's also happy that it's cool, like it's just unique.
We got job swap before live swap.
Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna happen. Okay, let's do Road to Recovery. Chase, you got a message from somebody. Tell us about that. Real quick.
Yeah, April. She does some stuff with Road to Recovery, and they're gonna be at Houston and Arlington. I know for the last year they couldn't at one time they could sell T-shirts and stuff like that to kind of raise money, and
they used to have a booth set up.
Yeah, well, they couldn't do it last year. They're back this year. She just wanted me to kind of let everybody know that you can go. They've got I think it's Mended that they're like partnering with that's making their shirts and stuff like that. So you can go buy some shirts, help out the cause.
Cool. Yeah, if you're in Houston this weekend or in Arlington and maybe other venues.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to be at all the races, but I know she'll be at Houston.
Okay, I got you. So look for the Road to Recovery booth in the fan zone and buy some shirts. Support down riders when they need it. Okay,
I have a little more housekeeping if it's okay.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Topher804 said,
Yep.
also, I won the contest on YouTube video and have yet to receive an email.
No, I told him, unless I typed it wrong, email me. So use the contact form on MotoXpod.com or just use MotoXpodShow@gmail.com and send me an email. I looked today, actually, Topher, because I wanted to make sure that I actually sent the message on YouTube, but maybe I typed it wrong. But I meant for you to email me because I could not get your email from YouTube. Maybe I'm dumb, but I don't know how to do that.
I think YouTube's kind of a pain with stuff like that.
So yeah, just email
Come
us.
on, Topher.
Or put it in the chat right now, and Scotty can write it down.
You can
and,
do that, Topher.
then I'll get you hooked up. So yeah, I'm glad you responded. Okay, A2, we got 5 minutes.
TJ said Tophergate.
A2. Well, okay, so let's just move on with Chase Sexton. First Kawasaki win since 2022. Tucked the front in the heat race, typical kind of Chase stuff, but he looked really good.
Water in the whoops, tuck the front.
Yeah, but winning. How many more wins do we see? Do we see this continue in Houston? Do you think he's got it figured out, or is it kind of up and down as always with Chase?
I mean, I think with Chase, you can say, how many more rounds is there? 14? You can say 0 to 14. Like, I don't think 0. I would say more like 3 to 14.
I'm really, really happy for Chase, because I know that was meaningful to get that win with Kawasaki. I'm happy for Kawasaki. I really like Rango a lot, his mechanic, who worked for Jason Anderson for years. So I'm stoked for all those guys. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's still going to be a little bit of a roller coaster ride with Chase.
I mean, it was a roller coaster ride in that whole day.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to do picks for Houston yet. What about?
I would say with him not riding like East Coast super soft, ruddy dirt, which I guess this past weekend kind of was.
It was pretty ruddy.
Yeah,
technical.
for sure. But it's not the East Coast.
No.
I'd say coming to the East Coast, which is still West Coast round, but it's Texas. So it'll be different, more similar dirt. Them not having any time on that, or him not having any time in that, might be a little hiccup. But
yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if he won this weekend as well.
Do you think the win, or does the win for you change the perception of Kawasaki over the last few years, where they can't really win, they're struggling, the bike's not that great, the things we heard from Prado? We didn't really hear that from Jason, but he wasn't winning. Does it change anything for you all of a sudden? Oh, this bike is actually really great, or like, does it change anything on how you felt going into the season or coming out of last season on Kawasaki?
Not really. I always felt that they could win. It just wasn't happening for whatever reason. The bike never looked bad. Like, Prado made it look bad, but I think that was from a lack of effort. I don't know.
I don't know if I agree anymore with the lack of effort. You might be right. I don't know if it just didn't gel with him, but I know what you're saying.
You can't.
You could be right.
You can't put your hands up and like block roost.
Yeah,
and say that you're giving 100% effort.
Yeah, I think Chase can win on anything. Let's see how this continues to go. I'm actually more interested in outdoors when it comes to, is the bike fast, et cetera, et cetera. But
it didn't really change my perspective, no. But like, I do see it getting better going. forward.
No, and I think he still wins a bunch of races, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
And I want to talk about Cooper Webb. We don't really have enough time. Diggs wins again. I'm just kind of looking at my notes here, like seeing what I want to touch on before we get to Colt.
That was one of the better 450 races we've seen in a while. Like, racing throughout the pack, like through the whole main.
Just as far as the track goes, I thought it was cool, man. Like, it was a pretty cool layout. I liked that it was more technical, ruddy. It was a little slower, it seemed. Like, you had to really kind of
it would bite you.
Yeah, you had to be real careful. Obviously, it would bite you. I mean, you look at AP, Levi Kitchen,
Brandon Ray.
Yeah, B-Ray, the Malinowski. I don't remember the other kid's name from
Max Shane.
Max Shane from Next, and then Hymus. Like, yeah, it definitely could bite you. But the track was, it was very technical, and it was kind of, I enjoyed watching it. It was my favorite track layout of the season
so far, for sure.
Yeah, I wish we could have seen the Prado hopping over the hump in the sand that Lewis was talking about.
I saw a video of it. Yeah, I think I sent it to the group chat. That was really cool.
I didn't see that. That would
he hopped and landed into the top of it, and then like bounced from there to the outside line. It honestly probably wasn't any faster, but it looked really cool.
Still looked really cool.
And to do that on Supercross suspension was insane.
Yeah, I wish I could have seen that. working on getting Colt on the phone right now, so we'll get him on. Let's do first guest of the night, brought to you by Racetech. For over 40 years, Racetech has been supplying the motorcycle industry with high-quality suspension components made right here in the USA. From modern to vintage, Racetech is your go-to source for suspension performance. Visit racetech.com. As I always tell you, you're going to need to service your suspension, so hit up Racetech. Find your local service center. Find your local tech. He's probably at the track riding, doing laps with you. Get to know him. They'll take care of you, get you going again. Tonight, Racetech brings us from the Twisted Tea Suzuki, presented by Progressive Team, Colt Nichols. What's up, Colt?
Yo, how we doing, boys?
We're doing good, man. We're doing good. It's a little cold here. How's it you're in Florida, right?
Yeah, I'm in Florida this week. It's a little chillier than normal, but I mean nicer than Oklahoma right now.
Yeah, so we're 5 or 6 hours south of there, near Dallas area, east of Dallas, and it's been a little frozen the last few days, but it's gonna be good this weekend in Houston. I think it's gonna be cold but sunshiny, so we can live with that.
Yeah, ain't gonna be no worries. We're inside. I love the stadium too, so that's nice, man. It's always fun racing in Texas. I like Dallas, I like Houston, so
yeah.
Looking forward to this weekend, man. It'll be fun.
Us too. So, Colt, right off the bat, man, 3 rounds in, 12, 16, 16 results. Probably not exactly where you want to be, but are you happy with your riding? What are we working on?
Yeah, definitely not where I want to be at all. But I was fine with A1. Like A1 was, whatever. Got 12th, and it was a little bit of a chaotic night, but I felt like I rode good. And then I got sick that week after A1. So going into San Diego, I rode once that week, and I was like, man, I don't really feel that great. But I got through it, and it was kind of whatever. I didn't feel like I rode that great, and I started in last once again. And so I was a little disappointed. And then this past weekend, same thing. I was like, well, surely it's not going to get any worse. And it got a little worse. And A2 was literally just a survival. Like I was kind of on the struggle bus all day, and still trying to knock this last bit of the sickness. So it's been a little tougher than I thought. I was hoping this thing would just be gone by now. And
yeah,
I feel like I was really just kind of out there this weekend. I didn't really have much fight to me, and didn't feel like myself at all. So that was a bummer, but everyone's going to deal with that. I'm sure a lot of dudes on the gate are dealing with, something similar, but it definitely took me out and hit me a little harder than I thought. So I was disappointed, but hopefully this weekend we can be fully recovered and come into Houston and have some fight.
Yeah, I was looking through your Instagram, and I think on your A2 post, you said fighting with a sickness and rode like a DA, which I assume means dumbass.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
District attorney.
explain the dumbass part of it. Being 6'1" thing, what does dumbass mean? What does that, explain why you rode like a DA?
I mean, that could kind of fit for the last 2 weekends, but I've been really disappointed with not really giving myself any opportunity. Being sick, it's like, when you're a little under the weather, you kind of you would try to put yourself in an even better position so then you can have some room to work with a little bit. And I felt like I've just done the opposite the past 2 weekends. I've started worse and just haven't given myself a chance. I mean, the heat races and the main events have been awful. I've been coming around the first laps and, 15th and the heats and, literally like 18th in the main events. And I'm like, dude, what am I doing? 18th, 20th, whatever it is, going down the first rhythm lane. There was one person behind me both the past 2 weekends. So I'm just like, dude, like, great. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So that part's just been really frustrating and something I just have to get sorted on my own. And so that's why it's just, I felt like that. I'm just like, dude, I'm not really giving myself any opportunity here at all. So I gotta get that fixed for sure.
So when you think about what it is specifically you have to fix, do you feel like it's primarily a little bit of setup and getting the bike to launch out of the gate better, or is it mental, or technique? There's a lot of things it could be. So where would you focus that?
I mean, last week, whenever I rode in between, that's pretty much all I did was start stuff. And so we did some stuff that I actually thought helped a lot. Like I got out of the gate better this weekend. I was just a little too far outside and didn't really get to do much with it, to be honest with you. But I did like go out of the gate better, which was good. But we changed the clutch setup, started to use a start map. I feel like my technique, I wasn't doing some of the things I had done when I used to get some good or better starts. So trying to kind of just like change a little bit of what I was doing, to be honest with you, mess with the whole shot device a little bit. And then just, I'm sure a lot of it is mental too, like when you show up to that gate and you feel like you've done everything you possibly can and want to put yourself in that position. And then, I don't know, I guess just, maybe being sick and doing whatever. I just didn't put myself in the best spot. And that's why I was, disappointed, because I was just like, man, that kind of sucks, So I'd say it was like a combination of kind of everything, to be honest. Like I was working on technique, I was working with the bike, and then, like a little bit mentally trying to get myself to get that sorted a little bit better. So, I guess a little bit of everything, to be honest.
Okay. Yeah. Honestly, dude, being sick, when you don't feel great, all the other thing, it just compounds everything else. So it's hard to be really aggressive when you're sick and be 100% like a pro athlete needs to be when you're feeling bad. So just in the slightest little bit of being off, that millisecond puts you with one guy behind you. It doesn't take much.
No, yeah. I mean, you know how this 450 class is right now. It's insane. And then, you get a little bit sick and you have a little bit of self-doubt that creeps because you're like, man, I don't feel 100%. And in order to do what you need to do in this class, you have to be 110%. So it's like, it's hard, that definitely plays in the back of your mind a little bit. And I mean, that goes for everybody. It's hard, when you're not feeling the best, but it's just weird. I thought I'd be a little bit better by now. And today was the first day I've woke up and felt like, all right, I don't feel like I'm dying. So I haven't done anything at all this week, and it's really weird and kind of a wasted trip to Florida, to be honest. But no, it's all right. It's part of the business. I guess everyone will get sick, probably once during the year.
Sure.
Just hopefully getting it out of the way early.
Sure, absolutely. So let me ask you this: coming off of off the injuries last year, 2 injuries. So we had a shoulder and then the UCL thumb. Then you did World Supercross and got I think the last 2, so you got a little bit of time on the bike, did probably a little testing, et cetera, et cetera. How good did you feel after South Africa, World Supercross, and prepared-wise for AMA Supercross? Did you think you were 100%? Did you still have some things to work on?
No, yeah, I felt great, to be honest. We didn't really do much. We were a little late on testing just because everyone was gone and doing all this stuff. So we did some testing like after Worlds pretty much to go into A1. And dude, I've been stoked on everything. That's why I'm like pretty, upset at how the first, I guess these last 2 rounds have gone. To be honest, just because I'm like, dude, I feel great and the bike is awesome and the team is great. Like, dude, they've been so supportive and the way the bike has been right now, like I haven't really touched it. And I'm so pumped with the way the setup is. And like, I feel physically a lot better than I have the past few years, as far as like my fitness and strength and stuff like that. So I feel great once I feel like can knock this and just give myself a chance in some of these races. I feel like I'll be able to ride where I want to and finish where I want to. And I'd be stoked on that. But, dude, I like I said, I feel great. I came in, I felt like prepared, as much as I have. And, definitely the last few years. So, so I feel great. Once I just give myself a chance, I feel like I'll be able to show people like, hey, this is kind of where I feel like I should have been the whole time and a little late than never. But, I guess we'll see. We'll see how we go.
Yeah, I just I'm glancing at the points and 16th doesn't sound fantastic. But when you look at the guys ahead of you, they're all bangers, man. Like it's just, we always say it's a stacked field, but holy shit. Like, it's hard to get anywhere in that class.
Yeah, dude, it's gnarly. It's the past 2 weekends have been mental because I've battled the same guys somehow. But at San Diego, like me and Justin Hill passed each other like 3 times, and then I passed Shane and somebody else, then caught up to Christian, and I tried to make a pass on Christian, and I got by him. Then he passed me back, and then I tried to pass him back, and I made a mistake. And then Junior passed me back, and I'm like, dude, what the hell? Like, we're in 16th. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Like, it was unbelievable. But I'm just like, dude, like, these are, like, I battled Christian, for a 250 title a handful of years ago. And Junior's won a 250 title, and the guys right ahead of us, like, I think Jorge finished right ahead of Christian that weekend. And I was like, dude, he was on the podium last weekend. Like, this is just mental, So, like, the class is, dude, it's nuts. I mean, you have to, like, give yourself a chance. And, like even somebody like Joey, who's been riding phenomenal, like dude, just been riding unbelievable. And, 5th last weekend, 6th this past weekend. And like, he's just been doing everything right, like getting good starts, putting himself in a position to actually like run with those guys. And that's what I feel like I need to do. I'm not saying I can do that, but I'm saying if I just gave myself a chance, I would love to be able to see if I could, so that's what I would love to be able to do, to see if I can get up there and mix it up with those guys and who knows, and just see what happens. But I love Houston. I love this Triple Crown thing. I hope I, have a little more energy underneath me this weekend and see if we can pull something out.
For sure. Scotty.
Hey, Cole, with speaking of all the competitors and the guys that you race with, I mean, obviously you've been riding with these guys for a long time, and, the class hasn't changed a whole lot in the last few seasons. So riding with these guys a lot gives you a lot of chances to kind of see how they ride and then different scenarios, how their racecraft is and stuff. When you're, deep in the throes of a main event and, the stamina starting to catch up to you and that kind of thing, depending on who you're around, does your kind of mindset change towards how you're handling the race? And like, kind of, you have like maybe like a list in the back of your head of how these guys are riding and what can you do in this scenario because you've spent so much time riding with them?
Yeah, in a way, just because it has been like a group of guys that, I mean, a lot of no dudes have retired, like since I've been with the 450 class, there's just been dudes adding every year and no one's leaving. So it's like you're constantly around the same guys. So yeah, I mean, I kind of do and I feel like my fitness is good, and I feel like I can go till the end of these races and feel really strong and kind of catch my stride at the end. So even like this past weekend, I, caught that group in front of me, and me and Junior were kind of moving forward. Then I started to see Christian and some of these other guys. And so I'm like, I want to beat these guys, so I'm trying my ass off to try and get to them and beat them. And like I said, I feel like my fitness is good, so I'm trying to rely on that. But I just want to put myself in a spot where I don't have to do that at the end of the race and, just kind of bust my balls to try and get 15th. And, I'm like, Jesus. But yeah, I mean, hopefully I can do that. But yeah, it is kind of a thing that is funny, like you end up kind of like I have been at least these last two races. I've been around the same guys. And I actually think at A1, Junior was right behind me. I think he got 13th or something like that. So it was just kind of funny. Like somehow we've been right next to each other at all these races. So yeah, the mindset changes though. And it's like, I straight up just don't want to get beat by any of these guys, but I've been getting beat by all of them. So it's been kind of annoying. I'm like, fuck, I got to get something turned around here for sure.
Colt, you're talking about battling and, going back and forth with everybody. We all saw the Freeze and Harrison thing.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
I'm not even curious like what your take on that. I was curious like how you feel about the new like license points system. I've seen a few people talk about that, and I don't know. I feel like it's a step in the right direction, but like I don't remember who's. I think it was Savachi maybe last night.
Oh, on Pulp.
Yeah,
on
he's
Pulp
like,
Monday night. Yeah,
he made a good point. Like if you get to 10 or 11 points and all you're losing is a gate pick, I feel like that's not really enough of a.
It's not necessarily drastic enough depending on the infraction, but we don't really know. I don't know all the details, Chase, but I don't know. Maybe they're going to take more points for different things. But anyway,
for sure.
How do you feel like it's a good system, or at least a step in the right direction?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think it could be. Like, I just think, yeah, in a lot of ways, it probably could be utilized, I think, a little bit better with the way some of it is, just because I don't remember the exact number, but I was told you reach a certain number, it's kind of just like a slap on the wrist. They just give you a warning.
Yeah. And
then after that, it's like, okay, now we'll start to enforce something. And I didn't even know it was the gate pick thing. But yeah, I mean, I do think that I don't really know how you could get to a point where you really start to see some change with it, because I don't want to say it has to be drastic, but in a way it kind of does, because you're going to end up giving out penalties to the same handful of guys, if I had to guess. I mean, that's just usually the way it goes. So if you want them to quit doing what they're doing, I think it kind of has to be a little bit more of a like true penalty, instead of just losing a gate pick like you guys were saying. But I don't know. I don't know all the details about it really, so it's hard for me to really say. But from the outside looking in, that's just what it seems like to me.
Yeah, I should have pulled all the details, or I should actually know what it is. But yeah, I think at the beginning, you kind of, like you say, a warning, then a gate pick. That's not that drastic. When you start taking championship points or
once you get 10,
financial,
I think it's 10. After 10 license points, you lose your gate pick.
But yeah, but could one infraction be 10 license points if they wanted it to be? That's the point,
they
right?
got a couple.
Or is it one license point?
Well, I think Freeze got 2 for the blue flag incident last week, and then you got 2 for what happened with.
So realistically, you could do a lot of shit before anything. Yeah, that's the point.
Six incidents before you're even like really getting any kind of reprimand.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure he was like negative 4 or 5 points from one of the weekends. Like
they took championship
weird,
points.
Yeah.
They gave him license points, and then they took championships points on top of that. So
yeah, I noticed. I thought that was kind of wild. I'm like, wow, okay, that was pretty wild. But I mean, still, I don't know if, I mean, obviously that would be crucial if it's a guy that's in the mix, but like I said, I mean, there's not really a whole lot of guys that are in that group. I to be honest with you, that I think would ever find themselves in that situation. But like I said, you have to make it the same across the board for everybody. So I get it. You know, you gotta you can't just pick and choose there. But yeah, it is kind of, I think, a good thing. Definitely. I think it has potential for sure to be something that's like a good thing for our sport, but maybe a little bit of trial and error, some stuff to figure out in the meantime.
Exactly. Sure. Colt Nichols tonight, brought to you by Racetech. I want to talk to you about the Suzuki in particular, and I'm sure we've had this conversation when you've been on before. This is your second full season. I think you started at the end of 24 outdoors with them, so you've been on the Suzuki for a while. And of course, the bike has a little bit of a reputation from some people that maybe don't even really ride the bikes. You know, it hasn't been changed much. So I want to know if you find that actually beneficial, because you know now, after almost 2.5 years, you know what this bike's going to do. It's a good bike. You know what you're going to get. It's not an all-new model where you got to learn it again. I would think that would be pretty beneficial to somebody like you or Kenny after a period of time. It's like, yeah, I'm comfortable, and this is what I'm going to get.
Pardon me. Yeah, no, absolutely. I think that's like I look at it as a benefit for us. And it was like huge for me this year, even just because like with the team signing Jason, that's another guy that, I mean, this past weekend was almost on the podium. And, dude, he's won a 450 championship. Like Jason's about a legit dude as you can get, you know? So for me, that was beneficial because that's one more guy that like brought like a real benefit for me, just because he's sharing that side of the truck with me. And, you know, now I got the engine that Ken had last year, which is, you know, the factory transmission and stuff like that. And to me, that was a game changer. That like changed a lot of stuff for me and freed up the chassis dramatically with this bike and fixed a lot of the suspension problems I was having just on its own, just by having the motor itself. And then we did a lot of stuff suspension wise. Like once I got my first set of Supercross suspension for this season, I pretty much didn't touch it. I was just like, okay, this is what I was wanting kind of all last year. That we found out some stuff racing outdoors this year that really benefited us for Supercross. So we applied that to our Supercross setting, and it was like, okay, that's kind of what I've been wanting. So that helped. You know, that pushed my off season through pretty easy, not having to test a whole lot and not really having a lot to test because I was just stoked. I was like, dude, this is great. Like I'm so pumped with where everything's at and really enjoy the bike and the team. And like I said, it was just really a lot easier with all that stuff. And I really like the bike, dude. I think it does a lot of things really, really good and nothing bad. It just does everything good, like across the board, you know? So, yeah. So I'm stoked with it. I mean, Jason's making it look really good. Ken's always made it look good.
Yeah.
And I hope I can really, I really feel like before the end of the season's over, I'll be able to put, you know, that bike inside the top 10, and hopefully all three of us will, you know, be inside the top 10, which will be sick. And
that'd be awesome.
That's definitely a goal of mine. So if I just pull my head out of my ass, I feel like I can get that done for sure. So
I'm glad to hear you say that and then like look at it that way, because I don't know, I've heard people, like Darkside said, people say that it hasn't changed and it's not getting better, but like look at how many years people in the 90s, like all the guys in the 90s rode old frames, so they didn't have to deal with that.
Like, really, does it need to get better?
It doesn't.
Yes, the Kickstarter, obviously, for an old guy like me, like, I'd like to have an E-Start, but beyond that, it's a good motorcycle.
Yeah, dude. Like, Suzuki.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, people don't, just because it's new doesn't mean it's better. I mean, dude, it's actually in a way kind of rare, you know, for a guy to come, or for a manufacturer to come out with a new bike and it be just great and everyone's just gelling with it instantly, you know. Like it does happen. Like I always think back to like RV that summer, he switched to that new Cowie 450 and then went on a tear the last like 4 races, I think it was. Like that bike was better for him. I think that was either at the end of 11, I think, when they came out with that new one or something like that. And so that worked for him, but they directly, you know, fixed a problem that he didn't like with the old one. But that's pretty rare. Like even this year, I heard Coop is on last year's frame because he didn't want to mess with this year's frame. So it's I mean, if you're on something that you like and you can get it to work, even if it's not great, but you somehow can figure it out, then dude, it's awesome. I mean, even the old Suzuki chassis was the same for a really long time. So it's not like it's like crazy new for them to not change the chassis, but everyone said that old Suzuki was like one of the best bikes, period. Like, I mean, Bogle rode for RCH and so did Ken and that old style Suzuki, and they just thought that was the greatest bike ever. So, yeah, I mean, like it doesn't have to always change. I personally don't think it needs to. Because then you just run into problems, and I feel like you're wasting time. It's really, really hard. And even if it's a same like manufacturer, but it's a different bike, it's still different. You know what I mean? Like you still have to like readjust everything that you've already done the years past, and it's exhausting. It's just a lot. I'm like, dude, that kind of sucks.
Yeah. I mean, I think, like I said, I think it would be like you build some confidence and it's reliable, and you know what you're going to get. Our other co-host is not here tonight. TJ just sent a text and wanted to know if you had a chance to test the bike with the eStart. We know Kenny did at one point, and whether it just didn't work or he didn't like it or whatever, I don't know. But have you had the chance to try it?
No, I haven't even got to try it. Last year, whenever I was here at Sandbox riding, and they had it on Kyle's bike.
Yeah.
And I went outside and I like pressed it and started it, and I was like, oh, cool. And then, and then he came out, hopped on it and rode away, and then I was doing my own thing. And then he was done riding for the day. I was like, what happened? And they said they were having, I guess, some sort of problems with it, but I have no idea what exactly that was. But I never actually got to test it or ride it. And I don't even know if it was actually on Ken's bike. I think it might've just been on Kyle's, to be honest. But I don't know what happened with that. If that's a thing they're still trying to like produce, I honestly don't know. I haven't asked because I don't ever think about it. The only time I think about it is like every now and then at the practice track when I'm like trying to get going, or like we're doing starts and I kill the bike. Yeah. And then I'm trying to start it again. I'm like, motherfucker. I'm like, this thing is pissing me off. That's the only time I ever think about it, and I watch everyone else just, hit the e-start, and I'm like, that looks nice.
For sure.
With speaking of the bike stuff and like the team and all that, has factory Suzuki been more involved? I've heard of stuff like there's more people at the races and they're coming around more, and there might be some works of different things. Have you seen them or worked with them in any way?
I haven't got to work with them much just because they've only been around really at the races for me here. They were in Florida with us a little bit when we did photo shoot stuff when we came back from WSX, which was cool. To have some of those guys around, I got to meet, a handful of them, and they got to kind of show me what they were, I guess, trying to do and tell me they were trying to be more involved. So it is a thing. They're definitely having a little more influence, or trying to at least. But Larry is so OCD with a lot of the stuff that he's doing that he's about on top of it as you can get, for a lot of stuff. So for Larry, I think it's been good because there's other people that really want to try and have influence and help, which I think is great. But for me directly, I haven't got to really do much with those guys, but I do know that they are trying to help out a lot more, which is only going to benefit our team and Suzuki as a whole. So I think it's sick, man. I think it's good for everybody.
Absolutely. All right. Just a few more things for you, Chase. I'm looking at Chase. Colt, sorry.
No worries.
Yeah. Hey, so you guys are on Renthal. What bar bend are you?
I am on pretty sure it's 827. Or no. Used to be on 827. I'm on 839, which is stock Cowie bend, I think.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
So fat bar or twin wall? It
is fat bar.
All right. So you going to try the new 661? The new Kiefer bend, Eli Tomac tested, we going to try it?
Yeah, I don't know what this is. I just saw Kiefer tweeting about this.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? I don't understand. So is this the bar that like Prado and Tomac run, or is this a different thing?
Well, I know Tomac's running it. I am not positive that Prado's running it, but Tomac is, Tomac's got 3 podiums on it. Kiefer tested it. He designed it. It's kind of like a bend that he went over there to the factory and came up with this bar bend, and it's the Kiefer bar bend. And Tomac apparently loves it, man. So Renthal just came on board with our show last week. So I think it's maybe worth trying.
Love that for you. Well, what's the difference? Can you give me some specs here? Give me a little bit of specs.
He doesn't know.
Come on, man. I don't have any specs.
You're killing me, man.
Huh?
Oh, you're killing me.
Yeah, I don't have any specs, man. I don't know, man.
They're different, man. They're
better. Call Chris. I'll have Chris call you.
I need some specs. I need to know what we're running, because I used to run I think the SX bend on Pro Taper. It was like a taller bar, and nobody else ran that bar because it was a little bit taller. I think me and maybe Ferrandis ran a different bar, but it was a little bit taller, and to me, Eli's bar looks a little bit taller than what he used to run. So if I had to guess, maybe that's what it is. But I don't.
Kiefer ran that.
Yes,
Kiefer ran that SX race bin, I think.
Yeah, that's what I ran. I do think it's very similar to that. Without saying any more.
Yeah, well, that's what I used to run
Yep.
on Pro Taper, and I love that band. I thought it was great. And then switching to Renthal, dude, I hadn't ran Renthal since I was on like amateurs, and I ran whatever Robbie told me to run at the time, which I think was the 998, 997,
Yeah, yeah.
whatever it was, maybe 997, I think is the bar I used to run. So I was like, dude, I have no idea what I would even run. And I tried these bars because I had a like a normal crossbar bar on there.
Uh-huh.
And then I was like, man, this feels like pretty rigid. I kind of want to just try one without the crossbar. And I was riding with the Gordons one day and they had some of those bars. I was like, yeah, let me try some of those. And then I've just been running that ever since. So I was like, well, whatever, I guess that'll work. But I haven't really tested or done much with it. I just kind of threw it on and was like, yeah, we'll run that.
Well, yeah, I would, give the 661 a try, because I do believe it's very, very similar to SX Bend. I'm on the 672 right now. That's what I've been running, but
I don't know. I don't even know what. I have no idea what I would use.
well, give it a shot. Ask Paul for a set when they have more in stock, because they are coming. So yeah, maybe, or just go grab one from Eli.
I mean, I might have to. I have to call Paul P up and say, hey, listen, I've been told there's this bar. I need to run it.
Well,
I don't know.
Make sure you tell him you heard it on this show so we get credit.
All right, fair enough.
Tell him you want the one that has the purple power band button on it.
The purple power band.
Okay, yeah. I definitely am going to need that then. No question about it.
All right, I got a couple more for you real quick. You mentioned Robbie, and you're back out there? I mean, obviously not right now, but you're going to be back there a lot during the season, and I guess you're working with Justin Bogle again?
Yeah, so I bought a house in Oklahoma, it had to have been like November range. I bought it and literally moved everything from California to Oklahoma. And then I got there and I left the next day to go to Sweden, and I was gone for like 3.5 weeks. So I got there, bought the house, immediately left. And I was like, that was kind of stressful, but and then once I got back from WSX, we were here in Florida for a week doing our last bit of testing, photo shoot, all that stuff. And then I've been back in Oklahoma since. And I wanted to be there the whole time, but weather this week, that storm obviously that you guys kind of got hit with too was pretty bad in Oklahoma. So I was like, well, I'm going to go to Florida. And then now I'm not even riding here because I've still been sick. So it's kind of maybe a little bit of a wasted trip. But yeah, I'm in Oklahoma full time and working with Robbie. And Justin, he's just been riding with me, to be honest, and doing like my program and stuff, just because like it's been great for me, like having him back there, just because he's watched me ride for so long. So like when he's at the track and he's riding with me, it's honestly just really fun. It's made it really fun for me to be back and have him riding to get like, we haven't got to ride together like that in like a really long time, just like out there, just riding, trying to do motos and stuff. So I think it's got him all motivated, to try and like get his shit together a little bit and figure it out. So it's just been really fun. And then Robbie's been helping me with some on the bike stuff, which is great. And it's just been, dude, it's been really, really fun. But I plan on being there as much as I can. I'll come to Florida when I need to, but I want to be in Oklahoma as much as I can.
Yeah, I like hearing the word fun, because I think at the end of the day, this job started as being fun. You rode dirt bikes because it was fun. So you need to have that in the program. Okay, I want to ask you a question that I asked Benny Bloss, one of your buddies, and I also asked Freddie Noren a few weeks ago. And I kind of have to preface this with, I know you and I aren't like best friends or anything. We're kind of cool, so don't take this. I hope this doesn't come across very negative. But let me ask you this first of all: do you feel you are capable of winning a 450 Supercross race?
Do I feel like I have like enough talent to do it?
Yes.
I mean, honestly, yeah. Talent wise, I do feel like I have enough talent to do it. Is there like 15 other factors? Yes. But talent wise, I mean, I think, but I haven't been anywhere close to that. So I guess it's tough for me to say.
Okay. So the reason I asked that, and this is what I asked Benny and Freddie, as a professional athlete, you line up, the reason you race is to win. But if you kind of in the back of your mind feel like Benny asked, like you're probably not going to win a race, it has to be hard to keep going. That has to be in the back of your mind. Like, what's my motivation? I'm here to win, but I don't think I really will win. So like, how do you mentally overcome that at the highest level of a sport? Does it even ever cross your mind?
It actually definitely does. I mean, me and Bogle have had a lot of conversations about this, because he was the epitome of a guy that made a career off of just thinking that no matter what, he was the best in any circumstance. And I don't say that like a dick. I say that as it's like a superpower. Like, I wish I was more like that, to be honest with you. But he always had the mindset of like, if I was on the gate, that's why I think he was so good out of the gate. Like he's one of the best starters that I've seen, you know, as a professional. He was just a really good starter because he had that belief like, hey, I feel like I can win on any given night and I'm going to give myself the best opportunity and I'm going to do it. And so like to me, that was like a complete superpower. I'm like, that is awesome. Like I literally wish I had more of that, but it's really difficult whenever it hasn't gone that way. And then like it starts to, it's like that really slow effect that kind of hits because when you first went up with the 450 class, especially for me, the last time I'd raced, I won a title. Then I was gone for a full year with injury. Then I came back and I'm in the 450 class now. I'm on a new team. I'm on new everything. So you don't know yet, you know, so your belief is still high and you still feel like you can reach this pinnacle that you kind of are trying to put yourself at. And, you know, it's like each passing race and each passing year, when that doesn't happen and you're not getting the results you want, it is harder to show up because you're like, damn, like, I really wanted to get to this certain point and I'm not achieving what I really feel like I can do. So it's really hard. And the first time I've ever felt like somewhat inadequate on a bike was actually one of the first days I was at Honda and Chase was there. Mm-hmm. And dude, he showed up to the practice track and it's one of my first few days on the bike and I'm still just trying to like fill this thing out. And I was like, dude, holy shit. Like I have never felt like that inadequate. And I was like, dude, if that's like the race winning pace, like I have got a lot of fucking work to do. I got to look in the mirror. You know what I mean? Like, wow, that was like pretty crazy for me. And that's honestly one of the first times I've ever felt like that ever, like on a dirt bike. Before I always felt like I could do anything that anybody else did. And like, it's taken a while for me to try and get back to a point where I feel like I can go compete with dudes that I've kind of idolized, you know, at some point in my life. And I'm working on that. I feel like that's something that I'm trying to get better at and trying to feel like I can actually push myself to get to that point. And that's why I'm excited about this year, just because I feel more fit. I feel happy with the bike. I'm happy with, you know, the rest of my life and where I'm at and who I'm working with and the things I'm doing. And I at least want to give myself that chance and that opportunity, which I feel like I haven't done the past few years. So it is tough though, dude. That's hard. That's the hardest part about our sport is that side of it for sure.
Yeah. Cause I would think if you got to that point where like you kind of feel that way, where like, I don't know if I can do this. Then when you do line up, maybe you don't get the good starts because you're not like, well, what's the point? I'm not going to be up there or like you could mentally kind of just shut yourself down before a gate drop.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to because like you said, you have to really put yourself in that spot, and it's almost kind of I would think it would almost be harder if you were putting yourself in that position and then failing, but it's almost more frustrating when you're not because I'm like, dude, I haven't even given myself a chance. Like, I mean, when I rode for Honda, like I got, you know, a few good starts that year and I was running up front a few of the times and, you know, got a few finishes that I was, you know, happy about. And I'm like, okay, I can build on this. But the building felt like it almost went the other way sometimes. I was like, well, this is frustrating. Like I'm not really doing myself any favors here, you know? So that's like the mental warfare that is hard about our sport. And once you kind of get yourself slotted in somewhere, it's hard to change that. I mean, obviously guys have done that many, many times. But it is tough because it's completely a mental warfare for sure.
Man, it's brutal. We got one more for you and we'll let you go, Colt.
Well, I just kind of wanted to add on to that because like it's kind of crazy when you think about that because, you know, Colt had this story about riding with Chase at Honda and he's like, oh, if that's the bar, how am I going to catch that? But then when you look at it holistically, you're a second to 2 seconds off of these guys and qualifying the guys that are winning the race and winning the championships. And to accomplish that in itself is, you know, you're one of 20 guys that can do that. And so it's like incredible on that aspect. And like, it's just crazy how much it takes to close that second, to make that second of a difference a lap, but how close it is at the same time. Like it's kind of a mind fuck, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, dude, honestly, it's the biggest mindfuck because I look at it sometimes on the weekend and I'm like, dude, it's not like I'm missing a jump that these guys are doing. Like we're doing the same obstacles. I'm like, how in the hell? You know what I mean? But then you're trying to just piece it together and it's so hard and the gaps are so tight, you know, compared to what they used to be. I mean, like, dude, I've got 16th the past 2 weekends and I've been on the lead lap. Like it's pretty gnarly that there's not that many guys that far off. Like it's crazy to me, but yeah, I mean, dude, it's tough, dude. This sport is really hard. It's getting harder and harder and no guys are leaving. Everyone's staying and continuing to race because they are having fun and making money. And I'm like, dude, I wish some of you guys would retire. Like, get out of here.
Tell both your teammates. Both your teammates are old.
You ain't kidding, but yeah, everyone just keeps racing, and I think it's great though because the competition is insane. I mean, it's crazy, and it'll feel good once I finally get myself in that position and feel like I'm battling with a good group of guys and giving myself a chance.
Well, man, Colt, I appreciate your honesty, and we believe in you. And so this weekend, me and Scotty will both be in Houston, but we're gonna be looking for that whole shot, even if it's just a heat race, man. Get the whole shot, and then we'll come down there and be like, yeah, it was all because of the MotoXpod show.
That's what I'm thinking, dude. I'm gonna try my hardest. I'll tell you what. I got 3 chances this weekend, so I'm gonna.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And we'll try to get you some 661s too.
Let's get it.
I was gonna say, is Suzuki doing press this weekend or
no? They're not. No.
Well, then
that doesn't mean they won't, but they're not on the list.
We'll catch you on Saturday then, Colt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually supposed to be doing press this weekend. I think we got our switched a little bit. So I'm supposed to be riding Friday. I think one of ours got moved, so that's why we were replacing it with this weekend. So supposed to be riding Friday. So yeah, we might see you guys there.
Yeah, it's gonna be a heavy press day then. There's a lot of I think KTM, Monster Energy, Yamaha, Husky. So yeah, it's gonna be a pretty stacked press day.
Oh, good. It'll be easier for me to get interviews then.
Yeah, cool. Colt, appreciate you doing this, man. Really, and the honesty really is great to hear. So yeah, we'll see you this weekend.
Hell yeah, we'll see you boys this weekend.
Okay,
take care, guys.
Bye. That's Colt Nichols, brought to you tonight by Race Tech. Yeah, man, he's always a great interview. I'm not going to say he's a good dude. Oh, shit, I just did.
Well, yeah, if he's such a good dude, then why do you always ask negative questions? That was comments from the...
But what negative question did I ask?
You basically said, like, I don't know. It's just
the one about that last one?
No, that's not really negative, but it was the joke was that you started off negative and ended negative. And then it was like, hey, Colt, I asked Benny this question, and
how did I start off negative?
You said, like,
you always kind of do like
results aren't going the way you want.
Yeah, you kind of always have a tone of that.
Do you think somebody wants 16-16? No,
but you don't have to bring it up.
I'm not saying it's bad, but that's just what's.
You know what? You can tell our chat to suck it.
Well, it was funny because they said, like, hey, we asked Benny this question and he crashed his brains out the next day.
That's true. I forgot. Yeah.
Here, let me ask you, Colt.
What was did you get the email for the YouTube comment guy? What?
He said that he was going to email the show.
Okay. I don't remember his name.
I don't think you can put
Topher. It's because the chat's being a bunch of D-holes, Topher doesn't get his FXR now.
Topher hadn't anything to do with
that. Well, I don't care.
YouTube chat. I don't think you can put an email on YouTube chat.
No, my point was, like, I thought maybe you could click on a comment and go to, like, their profile.
No,
it really isn't one.
You don't have that, no.
That was so anyway.
Yeah, I told them to go to the contact form on the website,
which I might have got. It looks like we got it. Yeah, I got him. So I'll take care. Topher,
only 2 years to go.
What's
that?
You
get only 2 years, so you get it.
Let's do emails. X-Brand. Who did I say who had X-Brand tonight? Do you remember?
You only told Chase what he had. He never said.
No, I did tell you. Actually,
that's a lie.
No, I think I told you had X-Brand because you have grow your ass off, right?
Yep.
Chase, did he tell me?
I don't remember.
I don't think you did.
Well, I did, but X-Brand.
Okay. Hold on, I gotta switch over to that first. Give me a second.
Yeah. You want me to do it instead?
No, I got it.
Okay. Second page.
Okay.
Top.
All right, with X-Brand, you see clear and ride fearless. With EKS brand goggles, vision is your advantage. Engineered for clarity, comfort, and durability, EKS goggles keep your focus sharp through roost, rain, and ruts. Trusted by champions, built for every rider. Crystal clear optics, all-day comfort, zero distractions. Ride with EKS because every second counts. Gear up at EKSbrand.com.
Good job, Scotty. This is from our guy, Phil Smeltzer, every week.
Yeah.
He actually sent 2 this week. I think Hymus has a genetic problem, meaning he needs to go to the 450s. He's too big to be dropping all that weight. That's why he's so fragile. And he's been injured the last 4 years. I think if he tries to say 250, he's going to become another stat like Faulkner, McAdoo, so on. Am I crazy to think that? I guess maybe I'm not aware of him dropping weight. Like he's a pretty stocky, thick kid.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't seem like that much bigger. If he is,
I don't know,
I don't know about it.
Yeah, I don't think he's. I'd hate to say he's fragile.
It's just that it's with him more or less. It's the timing of the injuries than anything.
Some people just like hit the ground and get hurt. We've seen like
he might be fragile, but I don't think he's because he's small. He's a pretty stocky kid.
Like it's just some people are like that. Like, how many times did Ricky hit the ground? He like got hurt one time.
Drink some more milk.
Yeah, and as far as moving to the 450s, I definitely don't think he's ready. And then you look at the 450 class, like we just got done talking to Colt, like where's he going to go? So no, I think he still needs some years to develop, in my opinion. And yeah, we'll see what happens. What happens with him? Okay, another from Phil. Vince Freeze is back, and the drama. Laugh out loud. We needed that back. I'm not a drama guy when it comes to stuff. I don't like it.
I mean, I'm all for Rubbins racing, but for 19th place,
that wasn't that bad of a pass, dude. He flat tracked around the corner.
But he wasn't. He
didn't like just tee him up.
He still sent him into a scoring tower.
Yeah, he knew he wasn't getting away with not putting him off the track.
Yeah,
the intent was there.
I maybe it was Steve that said this, like in the review or whatever. But like as far as Vince Freeze, though he
had Ezra on who
maybe that's
who described his ruling on it and why it was because of the speeds they were carrying coming out of the corner.
Yeah, but like when you take all the Vince Freeze issues over the years, like that one was like the least of them to me.
Yeah, but you can't look at it like that.
I guess not. I just didn't see it. I didn't think it was that.
It's also for 19th place.
Hey man, I'd rather be 19th than 20th. I mean, if you're like TJ, like we're not racing to win, we're racing to have fun. But like I'm racing for a position. The better the position,
if you do that to me for 19th place, you got to see me.
All I can say is that if I were
that's a problem.
If I were at a casino, I would take every chip that I had and bet it on the fact that if Vince Freeze would be the first person to have negative championship points because of penalties.
Yeah.
Like,
would have been a good bet.
Like I said, who would if there was ever to be a rider to get negative points because of penalties?
Somebody was in the negative.
Somebody else? I thought it was just him.
He's -2.
Yeah.
I thought you said. Oh, okay, I misunderstood.
I would have said if they said choose out of these 4 riders and Vince was on there, I'll put all my money on that because I
got one more. I'm texting Walker back. Give me 1 second. That's all I got. Well, all right. Let's do this. I'll text Walker in a second. This is from Mitch. He said, I'm a new listener.
What's up, Mitch?
I was curious about what is your background and how did you get the show started? How did you get involved? How did you learn about it to do the podcast?
He stole it.
Yeah. How'd you, that's what he's asking basically.
Yeah, I answered.
I stole it?
Yeah, and then I tagged along.
I don't know if I stole it, but so Walker. So the background on the MotoXpod was 2 guys, Mark and Phil, started the show basically with an iPhone, and they were just recording on their iPhone. And then they asked TJ to join, and TJ decided to buy a soundboard, and they started doing semi-legit pre-recorded shows with decent equipment. And at some point, TJ told them they knew me. They all listened to Pulp. They knew who I was from basically calling into the Pulp show as Dark Side. They asked me to be on the show as a guest. I was on the show. Then they asked me to be a part of the show full time.
Is that up somewhere?
No, a lot of those were lost.
I'd really like to hear that.
They're bad, dude. They're bad. I might have a couple on an external hard drive. I'll have to check. They're bad. Even
I wouldn't put them out,
even
but
like show 20 or 30. When I listened, I was like, ooh, it's bad. But anyway, so I got involved and I was like, hey, do you guys want to have guests? Because I knew Texas moto royalty kind of guys like Billy Whitley, Dennis Hawthorne, arena cross champion. I knew Charlie Bogard. I was like, I can get those guys. And they're like, yeah. So we started doing that. And one of my buddies had bought a bike from Robbie Raynard. Like, you got his number still? Send me his number. I just called Robbie one day. And I think Robbie might have been our first legit guest. Like, that was
still in the sport.
Still like a race. I mean, I say legit. Like, Dennis Hawthorne raced Supercross too.
Yeah, but still in the
Robbie
sport
was a big name.
In some way.
And Robbie answered. It was like, yeah, I'll do it. And then I met Guy Cooper at Diamond Dawn's vintage race.
Mm-hmm.
And I got Guy to do it. And then I texted Guy and I was like, hey, man, this might be crossing the line, so you can say no, but I know you're friends with Trey Kennard. I'd like to have Trey on the show. And like 3 days later, Trey texted me and did the show. This was mid-2017. Then I got credentials for Thunder Valley 2017, and I went. That was the first race I ever went to as quote-unquote media.
Mark, is that when you passed out business cards?
Mark, no, that was later. Mark was still a part of the show. Phil might have. I think Phil was too. Yeah, Phil was. And anyway, I went. I started meeting guys like Austin Faulkner, Blake Baggett. Started getting to know those guys. got them on the show. Just walked up and was like, hey, this is what I'm doing. Can I get your number on the show? And they did. They almost all said yes. So, and then it just started building. I kept going to races. People started to recognize me. Some people, like Weeds, knew who I was from calling into Pulp, and it just started growing.
It just takes time.
I kept going and taking donuts, which Mathis makes fun of me, but I took donuts, and the mechanics loved it. And the team PR ladies liked the donuts, and they'd be like, yeah, I'll schedule. Like the third Supercross I went to as media, we had basically no listeners. And Vanessa, who was the PR lady for Kawasaki at the time, I walked into St. Louis and was like, hey, I think it was Saturday, race day. Can I do an interview with Eli Tomac? And she gave me 10 minutes with Eli Tomac. I just kept grinding and meeting people. And then we, Mark and Phil weren't involved with the show anymore. It was just me and TJ for a little bit. And then we got Scotty, and then we got Chase, and here we are.
Yep.
I mean,
you really have you've done a lot of work and paved the way to where it's kind of easy for us to just kind of fall into it. Like you definitely have created a background for the show and a name for the show, and it's super impressive. I know I say like you stole it and stuff, and it's all jokes because like you have worked really hard and you've put
You still stole it.
You put half of your life into this, and
I mean
more than half of your life, honestly.
It's not even 10 years, right at 10 years.
No, I meant like your life now. More than half of your life is around this show.
Yeah.
Like you pretty much work and do this, and then
He doesn't have anything
spend time
else to
with.
do.
Well, spend time like you are the show, family, and work. That's really all you do.
I am impressed with myself. I know that sounds bad. That Steve Mathis was a mechanic for years, so when he does a show, he knew everybody. They knew who he was.
Right.
Most of the podcast the people that are doing big podcasts, were somebody in the sport,
Yeah.
RV, RC, JB, AC, whatever. Nobody knew who the hell I was.
Right. You
I
probably
had to build relationships just by, Steve will say it was weird or whatever, but I was just being a nice guy.
Yeah. As far as it goes with this show, with nobody really having any true ties to the industry, starting out into it, like I would say that's probably the biggest one of that.
Probably.
I mean,
and I got to give a ton of credit to TJ, which I hate to do, but the technical side, he figured all that out.
yeah. No, that sounds like
He
TJ.
figured out how to do the soundboard and make the stuff work. And then when Steve Mathis went to using cameras and doing live shows, like literally the first show, TJ texted me and said, we can do that. And we had cameras like a week later and a switcher, and we were doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he's always been good at that.
Yeah. So, and I can tell you there's 1,000 times it feels like when we first started doing live YouTube, 10 minutes before the show, I'm having one of my breakdowns, my not mental break, I guess maybe a mental breakdown.
Well, you've had
and
some
I'm
of
on
those.
the phone with TJ like, what the fuck, man? This isn't working. What do I do? And he's like, hang on. And he's like walking me through the steps. Like, okay, it works now. And
So we've been there for those. Yeah, we've seen those.
yeah, but I mean, you should have seen someone before you came along when that, like, I was just, this isn't going to work. We're not, yeah.
I feel like when I came around, the video and stuff was still pretty new.
It was pretty new. You're right. But so I built the relationships, but TJ did the technical background stuff, set up the Spotify and made sure all the podcasts went.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, I've never really had to mess with any of that. You're already used to doing that by the time I came around.
I'm going to try to get Walker on the phone. He has not responded, so this could be interesting if he doesn't answer. And if so, we'll go to Grow Your Ass Off.
It is crazy.
All right.
This is the fifth year that I've done this with you guys, and the show's been around for what, 10?
Yeah, right at. I think
9.
2017, mid 17 was when I got involved.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Walker is not answering just yet.
We only
So
did one
get ready
email.
to-
You want to do another email real quick?
Let's see it. I mean, either got voicemail or I have them. Let me do the read and we'll find out.
Alrighty.
Our next guest is brought to you by Guts Racing. Elevate your ride with Guts Racing seat covers. Trusted by top pros and everyday riders alike. Designed for maximum traction and durability, Guts seat covers keep you locked in when the track gets rough and the stakes get high. Tonight, Guts Racing brings us Walker Fowler, 7-time XC1 champion. What's up, Walker?
Nope.
Voicemail.
Nope. Voicemail. All right.
That'd be a great voicemail to listen to.
Mute that, hang up, and I will text him real quick. Let's do the grill your ass off.
You don't want to. You only did one email. Is that all we had?
I did 2 from Phil and the 1 from Mitch. That's 3.
I thought all we talked about was the.
No, there's
We
3.
did 2 from Phil.
My bad.
If you're looking to grill a savory steak, bake a delicious chicken breast, make the perfect roasted potatoes, or fry bacon for breakfast, this is kind of wordy. Grill Your Ass Off has has a seasoning to elevate the experience. Jason Murph is a military veteran and moto enthusiast, and his line of seasonings handlebar. Whoa.
There you go.
And sauces simply can't be beat. On top of being astounding, every product sold helps support a true nonprofit or event. Visit growyourassoff.com and use promo code DarksideMX3 to save 20%. You will not be disappointed.
I think I'm going to take. You may not do any more reads.
That's fine.
It's straight.
Yeah.
That's fine.
think we found Chase's weak point. All right, to grill your ass off, bring the heat. Does anybody have any?
Yes,
All
I
right.
have one.
Have
it
at it.
happened today, and I was like, I was while it was happening, I was so mad, but I was kind of happy at the same time. I was like,
Did somebody ask
all
you to
right,
pull forward?
I've got a great grill your ass off.
Yeah.
So heading out the house this morning. It's barely not even 7 o'clock. Leaving the house to go to work, and I am going out to my car. And as I'm about to get in, I see a police officer pulling. I'm living in the middle of the neighborhood, not very many cops there, and he starts to pull through, and he like slows down, and he's like, "Hey man, do you have dogs?" And I'm like, "Yes, I do." And he's like, "Well, I got a call saying that there was 2 dogs that were been barking all night and were left outside, and they were calling and saying that it was bothering them and they were concerned." I'm like, man, I let my dogs out of the house to go to the bathroom like 6 minutes ago. Like, they've been inside sleeping with us all night. I'm heading to work. I literally just let them out 5 minutes ago. And he's like, well, this recall was for at 6:20. I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you because I just let the dogs out. So there's dogs around this whole neighborhood. I don't know where. They may have thought it was our dogs, but it clearly wasn't. So I'm not sure what to do. But if they bark again, I'll make sure that they're inside. So it wasn't my dogs, essentially.
Yeah, right.
So he pulls off. I'm like, okay, I don't think anything about it. Well, as I get off of work, I'm on the show. My fiance calls me and says that there's a yellow tag on the door from the humane services, like the police officer, whatever, like the animal whatever control. Yeah, and saying that they had this formal complaint about the dogs being left out all night, and that I have to call and talk to him about it, and I now have to show all their shots and vaccines and prove all this stuff because someone called. And like, I'm kind of one of those dudes like unless the dog's dying, I'm not taking it to the vet.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing all this vaccine, so I don't even vaccinate myself, Like, you have to get them this, you have to have this.
Yeah.
And now I'm probably going to have to go drop $300 or $400 on the dogs at the vet.
They're like, look, my dog wasn't my dog.
Well, they're still going to want, they're going to like, oh, well, we don't have proof of their records anyway, so we still need, I promise you, I'm not getting away with this.
Crazy that they can even do that.
Without, because you have to show, if you live in the city, you have to show proof of their records. They don't ever mess with it until they have a reason to. But so, first of all, that's bullshit because I told the cop that it wasn't my dogs.
Yeah.
And the other bring the heat is, whoever one of my neighbor is needs to mind their own freaking business because everybody's dog barks in this neighborhood. It's a giant neighborhood. The neighbor's dogs bark at me when I come home. It's all over the place. Everybody mind their freaking business, and now it don't cost me $400 in freaking vet bills because someone else's dog barked in the middle of the night. Like, I was so mad.
It's too bad you don't know who it is because you can call on them and say their dog was barking all night.
Oh, if I ever find out who it was, oh god, yeah.
Here's my issue.
I wouldn't take them anything.
Yeah,
They
I mean,
they can't prove
I need to call it. I'm going to call and tell them, be like, look, I don't have.
bend over and where they can shove it.
Those were not my dogs, so I don't see why I have to do this.
The first issue is dogs belong outside anyway.
Well, I let
That's
them
where they should
inside.
be.
I let
They
them
should be out
inside.
there. They should stay outside. They don't.
Well,
belong.
not in
They
20
are
degree
animals, man.
Not in 20-degree weather. I'm not.
Whatever,
I don't have. If I had like a heated dog house for them to sleep in, maybe. But I don't. So they come inside and they sleep in the living room. But
If they belong inside, they should learn how to build a house. We learn to build homes. We get to go inside. Dogs can't build homes. Sorry, stuck outside.
well, I can see why you don't have dogs.
Yes. Yes.
But
You got one, Chase?
Actually, I do. I didn't. I was like sitting there thinking. I was like, it's been a pretty good week. I haven't really been doing anything. And then I saw this thing on the internet, and I think it's real.
Okay.
Like I think these people.
it's not AI. It's not AI. Everything's AI now.
Well, like
Listen.
So there's
if
this,
it's a prince from Saudi Arabia,
You're not getting.
he doesn't need your. He doesn't actually need your bank account because he's
They're
not
never
sending you
getting
money.
me for money. I promise you that.
Okay, just making sure.
I saw this thing like out off the coast of Virginia. It's like a picture of the map, and it looks kind of like a dragon.
Okay.
And these people are like legitimately saying that this whole winter storm was to freeze it because it was like coming back to life.
Okay.
And like I can't believe that we're this freaking stupid at this point. Like it just keeps going downhill. Like people keep getting stupider. Like
Stupider and
it's
stupider.
the stupidest shit I've ever seen, man.
All right.
That's all I had.
Yeah. All right.
I think I got
Okay.
a picture of it.
Hate doing this, but Race Day Live. This is gonna be a small one. All the bikes on track should be on TV. All of them. I want to see 250, C group, B group.
You do see him you just don't see both rounds.
No. Yeah, I want to see it all of them.
Well, go to the race.
You're right. If the cameras are rolling, but they're talking, they're doing things while bikes are on track, we should see the bikes on track. Period. We should see it. I want to see the bikes on track. I don't know why it's necessary to cut it off right after 450A and you miss 450B. I'm sure there's a reason. It's probably budgetary, but the earlier ones,
I think they show 450B. They just don't do 450C.
I don't think they did this week. I'm almost positive because I was complaining about it. It was like
They show
didn't want to see it.
They show it
It's 250B, 250A, 450A,
450B,
and then it cuts
450C.
450C.
So they just cut off C.
Yes.
Either way.
No, I think
wanna
they
see 'em all.
show it.
No,
They
they don't.
don't.
I don't
show
think they saw show the second round because I was texting it. Wasn't it?
They might.
us?
They might. Cut
They don't
the-
show the second round, but they show the first.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I want to see
My
the
bad.
second
I
round.
know.
Man.
I know, but I know.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes there's good guys in there.
I
They're all good, but
can see like
I want to see Scotty Winterstrom.
my I would rather take more of the take of like if they're gonna be on there and showing these guys, like I understand that it's not the same film crew that the night show is, and they don't have as good of a setup, and
I think it is the same film crew. It's just not as many
What?
cameras.
the camera
It's
angles
less
seem
cameras.
different during Race Day Live.
They're
than
not moving cameras. It's their cameras are set. It's
why does it seem like it's a different camera angle than it does when you're watching the race?
I don't know.
Anyways,
They don't have any of the like in the like upper angles probably.
maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, it's more
just
on track.
or track stuff. But anyway, so when guys put, I know it's hard to tell when they're going to do a hot lap, and sometimes they're talking about a rider and they're going to show them, but sometimes they'll be like the guy that's sitting 10th in qualifying at that time, and he's like going around the whoops. They're not even talking about it. They're talking about somebody else. And then like you look over and you see someone go from 6th to 1st on the jump up the qualifying board, and we're watching this guy roll around the whoops. I'm like, I understand that it's probably not a perfect system to try to say like, oh, this guy looks like he's going fast. Oh, he's not. Like I get that, but like sometimes you'll watch a guy roll around for at least almost a whole lap, and it's like we have to switch it before then. Like we don't need to see these dudes rolling around. Like just switch it. Just find somebody going fast at that time. Like
yeah, the producer.
Have you not noticed that too?
Race day. Sometimes, yeah, the race day. I don't always get to watch Race Day Live every time, but this week I did. But yeah, that's the Race Day Live producer saying that they're kind of watching and saying, all right, go to this guy, but then maybe sometimes they go to that guy, and then all of a sudden he goes around the whoops.
yeah,
but
but we need to do a whole lap of him rolling.
yeah, I mean
I would be more frustrated with that than not
Yeah.
seeing all the rounds. I don't need to see group 450C two times.
Me either.
Well, you're wrong. Okay, that's a little one. Here's my big one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Did she?
She did.
Oh, okay.
That was scary.
And then you woke up.
Not, I'm a little. I get aggravated with a lot of things.
Yeah.
Pretty easily.
Yeah. You kind of wear it all there on your
People
sleeve.
not coming to work bothers me in general, or not working. We've had those before, but okay, yeah, this ice storm wasn't great. I work 5 miles from here.
Mm-hmm.
The other people I work with, about the same. One person in particular just couldn't make it. Couldn't make it, man. Just couldn't make it. I was there all 4 days. My coworker, she was there all 4 days, but the other guy, no, can't make it, man. Just can't make it. It's too bad. What do you mean it's too bad?
Some roads were worse than others.
It was right by us. The roads here were fine.
Yeah, if it was like there was some neighborhoods in Tyler you couldn't get out of because of the hills and stuff. Like, you just couldn't get out of it.
This was not a factor. I promise
I feel you.
Because I had an employee that couldn't get out, and she tried to leave today and got stuck. So she wasn't exaggerating. Like she literally couldn't get out.
This person on Monday, they came to work for a minute to do one specific job, and we had I was having a catastrophe at work that day. I had a pump freeze that was very detrimental to the system, and I'm burned up. I have caustic burns all over. It's a chemical that you put in the water. And it kills a bunch of bacteria.
Breaking news: Darkside's putting chemicals in waters, guys.
But
caustic burns a pretty good.
Burns name. But this pump was the hose, the line froze, and I was having to cut it and replace it and go from outside down the vault, inside, back and forth. And this dude was around. I was like, "Hey, I could use some help." He's I need to get home. My sister's had an issue, and I'm like, just let me hanging. And I was so pissed off. Like, dude, if you have a job, come to work. It's not that hard. Just come to work. Do your job. I don't know. People call in for the stupidest crap. Yeah, it was bad weather. I get it, but we all managed to get to work.
I drove an hour to work on Tuesday and today.
I drove.
I didn't do it on Monday.
I worked Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, all the bad days.
I wouldn't have made it on Monday.
Nice and slow. I mean, I drove Saturday when it was the worst.
No, Saturday wasn't the worst.
Maybe I guess Sunday was the worst. Yeah, I guess Sunday was, but
Monday was in the morning.
Regardless, it drives me crazy when people they look for every little thing not to come to work. And
are y'all hourly or salary?
Hourly, yeah.
Oh, well, that kind of doesn't make sense. But when it comes, since we have had this weather storm, and then when I did go into work, and the roads were, by the time I went, the roads were pretty good. I didn't go when they were kind of sketchy. But there was some spots that, had be whether it'd been in the shade or whether it was up a hill, were still kind of bad. But there was other parts when I drove to work on Tuesday, there was times where I was going 65, 70, and then there was times where I was going 25 or 30.
Yeah.
It just kind of depended on what was there. But these people would you'd be on a dry, the dry part of the highway that is already melted out, and then you're looking up and okay, it's going to be frozen all the way up that hill.
Get a run.
They slow down in the dry part, and then now we're trying to creep up this 70-mile-an-hour road normally. Now we're going 5 miles an hour up the hill.
Spinning tires.
Because that's going to make it way harder.
Yeah.
Carry a little speed and just go on up.
That also could get you sliding sideways. But I let some of the air out of my tires. I was running probably almost 10 pound PSI lower just to have it flatten out.
I thought about doing that, but there is beauty to having a little bit of momentum going up.
Sure,
but I got stuck behind several people that were just creeping up. Y'all are making this way harder than it has to be. It was so frustrating.
Dude, my brother left for West Texas for work Saturday. He left a day early, and it took him his 6.5 hour drive took 12.
Damn.
He got out there, and there was an 18-wheeler. Doc sent a picture of it. There was just an 18-wheeler couldn't get up the hill. So,
so
it's just a line of cars, 5 miles of cars waiting on. Yeah.
And you can't go around because.
Well, dude, I just saw today. I guess it was Sunday and Monday, or Monday and Tuesday. There was 2 days that people just sat on I-20 in Louisiana.
Yeah, I saw you text that.
It's crazy.
Wild.
2 days?
Yes, 2 days.
They just got stuck.
Yeah, I don't know what.
That's kind of why I stay home.
Yeah, I don't know what exactly happened, but. A bunch of people ran out of fuel, so then they're just sitting in the interstate, and they couldn't clear it. They couldn't get records to it because it was so nasty.
I have one of those jobs it's you got to be there.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, if you can't
supply
water, it's pretty major problem.
We shut down Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, most of the
and we opened up for a couple hours on Monday.
Yeah, that's fine. Our job's pretty important, and then when the person comes in, and I'm struggling here. I need some help.
Oh, well, yeah. Dude. Shit's annoying.
I was just, I'm so pissed off about these burns. It hurts.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Caustic Burn's a pretty good band name.
Caustic Burn?
Yeah, it's a pretty good band name.
Okay. It doesn't look like we're going to get Walker Fowler. He's not responding. Let's do some of this other stuff. We may wrap up a little early tonight. We can talk a little more about A2. We can talk about what we expect out of Houston here in a minute. But Cherubies USA. Let's see. Which part of this do I want to go with? Wow. All right. From the factory floor to the finish line, this is a Cherubies. For over 40 years, we've shaped the look, feel, and protection of motocross. Every curve, every vent, every color. Engineered for riders who push the limits. Not you, Scotty. Cherubies plastics and accessories are built for durability, tested in the harshest conditions, and trusted by champions worldwide. Whether you're lining up at the gate or chasing your next ride, Cherubies gives your bike the identity it deserves. A Cherubies. Innovation, protection, performance. CherubieSUSA.com. I just got some of the handguards in that mount to the master cylinders. I'm digging that. I just like the look of a good handguard on a dirt bike.
Yep.
Brings me back.
Dude, I like it too. A lot of people don't like I always like Pastrana. That whole look.
Yeah.
The Sobi, but this is Sobi Suzuki, like with handguards. I love that
The
bike.
no fear gear.
I go back to was it 07 Blackfoot Honda in Canada with Dusty Klatt and Jean-Sebastian Waugh? Maybe you weren't even watching.
I mean, I was watching. I just don't remember it off the top of my head.
Those Hondas look badass with the red handguards, and man, I like a good handguard. So, yep, I'm gonna mount those things. I need to get out there and mount my tires to the W wheels this week once it gets maybe a little bit warmer in the shop. And don't forget,
Well, probably won't be this week.
I bought one of those propane heaters from Harbor Freight, so I'm hoping I get my shop warm.
Torpedo heater. Is
Yeah.
they're loud and they're annoying, but
I'm gonna put my Dunlops in front of that for a little bit and try to make them nice and soft, pliable, slide right on the wheel. Probably not the best way to do your tires, but
whatever works.
I'm not gonna melt it or anything. Just get it softened up. All right, Renthal. When you think motocross handlebars, you think Renthal. Why? Because Renthal has been the worldwide leader in motorcycle handlebars for over 50 years, racking up 285 U.S. and 268 world titles. Renthal continuously lands on the podium with teams including Honda, HRC, Red Bull, KTM, Monster Energy, Pro Circuit, Kawasaki, Progressive Suzuki teams, and many others. They actually swept the 450 podium this week at A2. Whether it's the Fat Bar Twin Wall or even the OG 7.8s, Renthal bars are unmatched. Renthal is also ahead of the game with their sprockets and grips. And don't forget, you can now go straight to the source with Renthal.com's new direct-to-consumer shopping for your motorcycle, mountain bike, and street needs. Free shipping on orders $99 and up. And keep a lookout on some casual wear coming soon to Renthal.com. But lots of good stuff. And try those 661 bars. I feel like Kiefer, maybe this wasn't an option, but instead of 661, 666.
Yeah,
The 666 bar.
I'm sorry, bro. Y'all know that I'm spiritual, and I am not risking my life on a dirt bike with the 666 bar.
I absolutely would.
Yeah,
I'm running the 666 bar all day, buddy.
I do like the 661 though, because it reminds me of the old helmets.
I used to have a
Remember with the
661
helmet? I
helmet.
did too.
Yeah,
with the fins, dude. I love those things.
I loved my 661
I do
helmet.
too.
Well, maybe I could get Renthal. Paul, let's send me to the factory like Kiefer, and we'll make a 666 pin. Do like ape hanger.
Yeah,
I don't think
I'm
that'd
out.
be a very good seller, so probably not. All right, no go.
No, I'm out.
Lame. All right, T-Boat
I'm
USA
Cool.
top 5. You guys ready for that?
Yep.
No, I didn't get T-Boat USA. I'll do it. Sometimes you just want to cut loose with your buddies and shred your Yamaha TTR 110, Honda CRF 110, or CRF 50. Maybe you have a Kawasaki KLX 110 or 140, or even a vintage Honda Z50 or CT70. Regardless of what pit bike you have, T-Boat USA's warehouse has you covered on pit bike parts and accessories. You can find BBR and Pro Taper handlebar kits. Man, it's wordy.
This front to back
T&M
stuff you
shocks
got
and
going
even
on.
full bikes from YCF, Pitster Pro, and Piranha. T-Bolt USA is fully stocked to meet your needs. Visit tboltusa.com, order your parts, and go bang some bars with your buddies. T-Bolt USA.
Garrett said, Rockley in the
Yep.
chat said, you guys won't like the 666 Renthal bar. I have several. I guess.
Oh, is it a real bar?
It's a vintage desert bend. Very
No
tall.
way.
That's sick.
Dude,
I kind of want some to throw on the wall.
Yeah, I need
now.
to tell Paul just to send me one for the studio.
He said it's a vintage bin. I doubt they make it anymore.
Huh.
That's wild.
To ask about that. Yeah, who knew? Probably most people. Okay, this week's
That was funny.
TiVo USA Top 5 was fictional characters you'd want to hang out with, have dinner with, spend a little bit of time with. Anybody want to go first?
Go ahead, Chase.
Yeah, I'll go first.
Let's go. You know what? Let me do TJ's. TJ sent his list, and then we'll do in studio.
Oh God, this is gonna be weird.
Yeah, it is.
No, dude, TJ got really excited about this. He's like, you got to think about this for a while. He gave me all these reasons. He's like, I don't have time.
I thought about it for 5 minutes.
This
It's
was
pretty
last
good.
night.
I got a good list, but
I've actually been kind of been struggling.
I don't know when I'm going to have time to think about this. So after thinking way too much about this, here is my list. I went with people from the TV or movie because you don't really get insight into their minds in TV or movies.
Yeah, he thought way more about this than I did.
Except my number one. There is no one else I would pick. Number 5, Ace Ventura. He didn't give any reason, so that's fine.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Number 4, Doc Brown from Back to the Future. 3, Frasier. 2, Rocky Balboa. Number 1, King Arthur. Honorable mention, Hans Landa from Inglourious Bastards.
Oh,
That is what I whittled down from about 20 characters. LOL. All right, TJ. Thanks for getting involved.
We're decent.
I forgot to put this in Discord, so my bad on that.
I said somebody asked earlier. I mentioned it.
Okay, good. Yeah, go ahead and do your list, Chase.
I don't really do these in order. I never really do.
That's
Shaggy from Scooby Doo. Ron from Parks and Rec.
Ron Burgundy was on my
not
list.
Ron Burgundy.
Oh.
From Parks and Rec.
Oh,
Ron,
yeah. Ron.
what's his name?
hang
I
on.
can't remember his last name.
I think I wrote it down because I thought, damn it, I didn't. Yes. Anyway.
I can't remember his actual name. But
His,
you know what I'm talking about.
That's who I was thinking. Yeah.
Ron
Swanson.
Burgundy?
Ron Swanson.
Yes.
Ron
Yes.
Yep.
Barbie, the Margot Robbie one in particular,
Okay.
for obvious reasons.
Okay. So dinner was good. We get now.
Yeah, exactly. I got to meet myself, Garth.
Oh,
from Wayne's
Garth is a
World.
good one.
And Towley.
Who?
From South Park. Don't forget to bring it down.
Towley. I thought you said Tal B. I was like, what?
No, Towley.
Towley. All right. Not the Mr. Hanky?
Yeah.
Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo. He loves me and he loves you.
All righty. I've not really in any order, but Ty Webb, which was Chevy Chase's character in Caddyshack.
Okay.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I messed up. I should have said Cousin Eddie from Christmas Vacation.
That'd be a good one. And then I've got Norm from Cheers
Okay.
because he always has his little one-liner jokes, and I really like
I was
those.
thinking about Sam Malone, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, Sam's kind of a dick, right?
It's like you could ask baseball questions. about
Frazier's good. I like TJ's Frazier. This is another one that was similar to TJ, and it's the same actor, different character, Dr. King Schultz off of Django.
Unchained?
That's the guy that has Django.
I
and,
need to rewatch that.
I do too.
yeah,
I
it's the guy. He's the dentist slash bounty hunter.
Yeah.
And
okay.
that's he's basically the main character of the movie.
The white
Okay.
guy.
Yeah, the white guy.
Yeah. I'm with
so
you.
then Iron Man or Tony Stark.
Okay.
That'd be cool. And I'm glad Chase actually said his because it reminded me of this. Austin Powers.
All right. Yeah, it's a good list.
Especially like in a 60s English club, that would be sick.
All right. So my number one's Han Solo. I want to hang out. I want to jump on the.
Is any of them not Star Wars?
Yeah, that's the only one. I want to get on the Millennium Falcon and go for a ride. Maybe. Like, how'd you become Han Solo, man? Like, tell me a story. I know because I don't believe the movie doesn't count because the movie's bullshit. It's not. That's not old school. There's books on Han Solo. I want to hear some stories that aren't in the books about Han Solo. So that Inigo Montoya from Princess Bride. Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father, and now you must die.
Yep.
I've never seen that movie.
Yep. I want to hang out with him. I want to ask him once you kill your father's murderer, is your life going to be fulfilled? What's next? How do you think it's going to feel? So I want to hang out with Inigo, or Inigo, not Ingo. Inigo Montoya. Katniss Everdeen.
She seems kind of boring.
Well, I want to know how she feels after the Hunger Games, and all these people were dead. Life goes on, but how is life?
It's kind of a depressing. Yeah,
Might be.
it's be a negative dinner, just like
It'd be
that's what you
interesting.
like, just like your interviews.
I think it'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I want to hang out with James Bond.
James Bond's a good one. I picked the comic version.
So
of
that's
that.
actually 5, but I also wrote down Mikey from the Goonies or Data. Anybody from the Goonies, because I want to know what happened after. How was life on the beach there? Like, did you guys, everything go good with the treasure? Actually, the treasure got away. So
Yeah.
I started to say Archer.
Okay.
It's a pretty good
Archer,
show.
Archer would be funny.
Roland Deschain from The Gunslinger. That was like one of the most obvious ones for me and TJ because it's like our favorite book. I wouldn't mind spending some time with Roland, but that's like 7. So, and there's a ton more I could think of, but
Oh, dude, Hoss Cartwright.
yeah. You know, he lived not too far from here for a
He
while.
was my dad's best friend. He was his uncle.
Your dad's best friend's uncle?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
with you.
Chat,
Yeah, go ahead.
a couple people in the chat said Al Bundy. That's a good one.
Yeah, not bad. That'd be fun to, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Or even, I'd hang out with Peggy.
You'd probably have to pay, though.
Hey, I'd hang out with Peggy. Peggy's pretty funny.
From Married with Children?
His wife, yeah, Peg Bundy.
Yeah. I was thinking Peggy Hill for some reason.
I'd hang out with Peggy Hill too. Why not?
No, Peggy Hill is annoying.
Yeah, I'd hang out with her.
Cotton Hill.
Yeah. Yeah. That'd be wild. Don't take
My
him to a...
favorite joke from that, like running joke from that series, is he never calls her Peggy. He just calls her Hank's
Hank's
wife
wife.
the whole time.
Yeah.
That or my favorite one that he did is Peggy's cooking breakfast and he comes in and he goes, "It smells like pancakes. I'll have waffles."
ETS Racing Fuels, pick 1. ETS Racing Fuels was forged from the heat of competition nearly 30 years ago, developing purpose-engineered fuel for high-profile teams and highly competitive series. We have been the power behind many podium wins ever since. Teams using ETS Racing Fuels have won more than 50 national and world champion titles, and we continue to forge new alliances and partnerships across motorsports. ETSRacingFuels.com, supporting teams like Factory KTM, Factory HRC Honda, Rockstar Husqvarna, and many more. All right, ready? Would you rather follow an unfair rule or break it to do what you feel is right?
I feel like that's kind of how you make it through life, honestly.
Well, which one, like, you know?
So the way a philosophy that I kind of follow in life is you have to know the rules before you can break them.
Okay.
So you have to.
I don't think that holds up in a court of law.
Well, I'm not gonna go kill somebody, but like you kind of have to know what you're doing, and you have to know what it's saying is you have to know the way around the rules. You have to know the rules in its entirety before you can kind of find a ways around them, and that's kind of like safely and
in a
morally.
position, and it's not. I think it's specific to the rule, but if you know breaking the rule in your mind will present an outcome that you feel is the right outcome, are you willing to break the rule?
Yes.
Yes. I think most of us would be.
Depends on the situation.
Like, it does kind of depend. Like, if I break the rule and the outcome is right, but I go to prison,
I wouldn't even say like that. Like, I feel like it's right, but I still feel morally wrong about it.
because you broke the rule.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
like how I did it or why I did it.
If it comes to like if something's like no trespassing, but you see somebody like having a heart attack over there, I mean, I'm going to trespass to go save that person.
Yeah, it's hard to. I guess
in that scenario, absolutely.
it's kind of hard to answer that without knowing.
Yeah, you need a
specific
scenario.
situation, right?
There, I did see this story. It went to court and everything. This lady was walking like down the street, texting on her phone like a dumbass. Walked into the middle.
Why she gotta be a dumbass?
Because she walked in the middle of the oncoming traffic. Didn't look.
All right.
So she just she's on her phone, walks. A guy sees it happening, and literally a car is coming by like 40 miles an hour.
Yeah.
He like runs and jumps and like dives. Literally like it's on like a dash cam. He like dives and like saves her and pulls her out of the way, and she sued him or pressed charges for sexual assault, saying that she didn't give him permission to touch her.
Yep.
And
That's for I've seen this case.
yeah,
too.
I think I've heard about this.
Yeah, she would have died.
Yeah. Well,
And like the video shows
sucks.
it, and like the judge,
Sometimes, like maybe they should die.
yeah,
That's all
like
I'm gonna say.
like if that guy could go back,
if
that guy could go back, like he's not going to save her.
That's
He's just going to
crappy.
watch her hit the car. Like why would you be like that?
yeah.
like, so
people suck.
So
Speaking of, do you have more?
that's kind of a perfect example of
Yeah.
your thing, though.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough one to answer because
I'd
you
find
don't. You
another
didn't know that
card
he
if
didn't
it
know the
was
outcome though.
He was
right?
trying to save a life. He was trying to be a hero.
So
thought
he
was
did the
gonna
right
be-
thing, but he
thought
wasn't
gonna
really
be a
breaking
hero.
a rule. He was, but I hear what you're saying.
Well, I mean, I guess there's technically a rule like you're not supposed to just go grab somebody.
Yeah, I mean that's.
I have a moral. It's not really a moral question, but one of my daughters, her boyfriend is watching right now.
Okay.
Should I
dude?
Should I give him a shout out?
Sup, dude?
I mean, he's dating my
What's
daughter.
his name?
Well, I don't know if I want to say.
Watch it, brother.
Yeah, it's my daughter.
Yeah.
I mean, I like him, but do I have to act like I like him?
Yeah.
Or should I act
Makes
like I don't
things
like him?
easier.
Yeah. You got a little bit of both.
All right, what's up, Caden?
So, dude,
Nah, he's a cool kid. He's a good kid. Yeah, he's
where are you
definitely.
going with that though?
Just give him a shout out. That's it. Just should I? Or should I act like I don't like him?
Is he into moto?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Okay.
He used to ride a little bit. Yeah.
I thought you had a question based on.
No,
something.
I was just weaving in a shout out to
got you.
Caden because I love my daughter Marley.
Is there not like, do you want to, with time, do you want to call like Turd or TJ or anything?
Who?
Turd or
We're
TJ.
still doing things.
Okay.
Still got stuff to go. And
All right.
and honestly, my other daughter's just got in town, so no,
Oh.
we'll wrap this thing up in a minute.
All
We
right.
still got to do the FXR picks, but before we do that, going back to A2, is there, like I brought up Cooper Webb, and I've listened to the Vital MX review show post race show with ML and Lewis, and the post race show Mathis does, and there's a bunch of discussions on like Justin Cooper, right? He's not really putting the results up that I expected him to. He's not making the next step. It almost feels a little bit like he's taking a step back. But I want to get your thoughts on, is there somebody 3 rounds in that you're a little concerned with? I think I asked that last week, and I didn't really have anybody. But I am starting to get a little concerned with Justin Cooper because I expect more out of him. I believe he has more ability. But what about you? I mean, you can go with Justin Cooper, or you could go with somebody else that might be.
Has he ever done really good at the first couple rounds though on the West Coast?
So I don't
have to go back and look.
I clearly don't have the results in front of me, but I feel
maybe
he's
he
been
has.
more of a factor in general than what we've seen this year. That could be wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe I built up the expectation higher than I should have.
I mean, you're definitely not like I would expect him to be a little bit further ahead, but also like I said, he could just kind of get to a slow start on the West Coast.
Maybe. Does anybody looking at the results so far?
Marchbanks, because he was like one of my picks. So like,
yeah, but really he's only got one race under his belt technically.
I don't. Yeah, I know.
So I'm not worried
I'm not that I'm worried. I just expected like him to hit the ground running.
Yeah,
kinda a little
14th at A2.
Yeah,
And it's not necessarily that he just hasn't performed. It's just weird stuff he's happening at AP.
Yeah. But then last year he started off missing. He had 2 really bad races.
And then the year before that, he started off like great, and then like, it's God, like what does it take for him to have to put it's not even like he's not. It's not like he's making mental mistakes and stuff. It's just like these random stuff keeps happening to him. Like,
I texted him earlier.
Like that crash in the heat race. Like he was riding great in that heat race.
Right. Yeah.
And that so was that the ultimate thing that they figured out, that the foot peg dragged on that double?
I don't think he didn't seem to know. He thought he hit false neutral. That's what he told Lewis, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I heard him saying that he had false neutral.
Yeah, I think he talked to Lewis and said
Yeah,
thought
that
he
was
hit false
scary.
neutral. But yeah, I texted him today just to ask how he was, and he hasn't answered, which is unusual for him. But regardless,
Probably.
what about Levi?
I mean,
Not because he crashed, but because just his throughout his career, he shows all the speed, but then doesn't really consistently put in the results that he should be with his talent. Like, at what point is it?
I mean, that's such freak things though. Like how often is 3 first turn issues going to happen?
I don't know.
That's just so rare.
But are
to
you
happen
putting
in a row.
yourself in those positions because you're not getting the starts? Or
Yes, but
He was getting the starts though. It's just like
it's just weird
two
stuff
of them.
happened.
Like 2 of them were good starts, and
yeah,
one the one that he got pushed in, ran into, but the other one he kind of fell by himself. Just pushed the front, tucked the front, went down, and he was in 3rd, 4th place.
yeah. So yeah,
He's getting
It just
starts.
sucks that he's
I like
weird
Levi,
thing.
right? We all know.
I do
I like
too.
everybody.
I do
but
too.
I think his results should be better. So I am getting a little worried about his future, not because he doesn't have the ability, but because he hasn't put it together for one reason or another. It doesn't even really matter what the reason is at this point. It could be somebody else's fault every time. But the point is, he's not doing what he is getting paid to do and has the ability to do consistently enough where it's like,
I see for whatever reason, I don't feel like he's making mental mistakes. I just think these random shit keeps happening.
Yeah, I agree. But at some point, you
Like,
have to go like,
I guess,
okay, is it ever going to work out?
Yeah,
Like I'm not
sucks.
putting any. I'm not even saying this is his fault. I'm just saying it's not going how it should
No,
go
it's
with his
not.
ability. And at some point, does the opportunities start to run out?
Yeah.
Obviously, he's still at
I
Kawasaki
think
for
Mitch
a
is
couple
gonna.
years.
I think Mitch will stick around.
I do
for a
too.
while.
But are you worried about his
No.
future? Like look at Austin. Austin Faulkner, when he came in, we would have, all of us, I think, would have bet he'd win some titles
Yeah.
by now.
It's
It's
a
just
Pickles bitch.
things happen,
Yeah.
right? And
A lot of things
The
have to
career
go,
didn't go.
right, and
Yeah.
like you have to get lucky. It's at some point you have to get lucky during the season.
Yeah.
all right,
Plain and simple.
I did have kind of a point about like the Levi Kitchen made me think of this. So I had an article that came out this week. Everybody go check it out. MotoXpod.com. This hindsight's 2020 for Anaheim 2.
hindsight's 2024.
Yeah, right. 2020 hindsight's Anaheim 2.
I got you.
And the kind of theme of the article was like the panic button.
Yes.
Where do you do you have it in the drawer? Do you have it out? Are you pushing it? And so I was thinking about it, and then like when I was writing it, I had a portion of it about Levi Kitchen, and because of the way it's first started. But then I was after like I had kind of already written it. I was like, okay, I'm leaving it in here. But as I was thinking about it, because he's now essentially out of the championship, he's 30-something points down. It's a 10-round series. They've already done a quarter of them. Like, would that still like? Would you still can you even call it a panic button, or is it just? Would you still be able to hit a panic button on
Yeah,
him?
I think it's too late. I think it's over.
Right.
Yeah,
So like,
no.
when can you actually hit a panic button? Like, if they're still in title contention, you're like, okay, well, they're still in title contention. I can't hit the panic button yet because they're still kind of there. But then when they're out
think
of
if he-
titles,
if he
then
was-
you
if
can't hit the
this-
panic button either. So when can you actually hit a panic button?
It's situational too. I think like at this point in the series, in the 250 series, 3 races in, if he was 20 to 25 points down, like a full race, 26, then you're like, okay, maybe the panic's button out. But now since he's outside of that, right? What'd you say he was down?
It's like 33, I think.
Yeah, then it's
Even a full race, it's
It's-
still
so
a
it's-
half. Like it's a regional, like Supercross, or Supercross is regional, so it's not a full season.
Yeah.
It's not 17 rounds. Like
It's 10, yeah.
a lot. Like it takes a lot to overcome 25 points
Right, that's
in a
why-
half
yeah.
of a season.
I think I would maybe have a panic button out if he had finished, say, if 10th and got, I don't know what the points will work out. If he was 20 points down, I'd be like, yeah, I'm starting to panic a little bit.
Yeah.
But now, the panic's gone.
Yeah,
It's
it's just funny how that works. It's like
what I would like to see him do is come back and just start kicking some ass and win some races, finish strong,
yeah.
win 2 or 3 races,
It's kind of
at least,
what
and
I
finish
said in
strong.
the article, yeah.
And yeah, like I'm not at a panic button for his career yet at all, but
No.
but I would like to see more out of him. And it's a little bit worrisome that it just hasn't worked out when you have that much talent.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why? Why is it not working out? Why did Faulkner's career not work the way? It's just chance, but it sucks. And yeah, I'm getting a little concerned that maybe Levi's career could almost go in that direction where all the talent in the world just didn't happen. It sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I hope not, obviously. But
No, I think Levi still has a chance.
okay, anything you're excited about for Houston before we do picks? Like anything? Obviously we're excited for the race, but anything specifically for you, Scotty, going again? It's been a while since you've gone as media.
SMX and Dallas, the Texas Motor Speedway was the last time I went.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that last year. Yep.
Yeah, no, it
Or
wasn't
year
last
before. I mean,
year
year before.
last year.
Yep. At Fort Worth.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty cool. It's a different experience than going as a fan. It's I'm technically like I like it because I'm not as quite as hardened as you guys are. It's like y'all are there as like media, and even though I guess I kind of am media, I'm really not. So it's kind of cool to like be able to do the job of the media person, like do the interviews and stuff. Like I think that's exciting, and it's very cool, a privilege to do, but also to just kind of look at as a fan to sit with you guys and watch the race and see it from that angle too. It's just it's really cool. It's a really unique experience, and I'm actually excited for the scrums because I think that's going to be because like the press conferences are cool, but like you might get a question, especially someone like me that's not quite as known. Like I'm probably not going to get the mic handed to me more than once. So I kind of like the scrums where like I can like, okay, I can go talk to this guy now.
That's not where they don't. That's not what's done anymore.
Well, they're doing the scrums.
Not the way you're thinking of it. That type of scrum.
Well, how does it work then?
This scrum is they bring the podium guys one at a time into an area, and all the media's around, and you get a question. Each get a question.
Oh, okay. Well,
But there's only like I think it's 5 minutes or 7
So it's
minutes.
basically mini press conferences.
Yes,
Okay.
with one rider at a time. Instead
Oh,
of
okay.
three.
Well, that's not what I thought.
They're
it was
calling
gonna
it a scrum, but it's not like the scrum where there's all the different riders there and you can kind of bounce
be. Oh,
around.
that's what I thought
That's
it was
what
going
I
to be.
assume too.
No,
That sucks.
It's
Well, it doesn't
all the
suck,
media that
but-
goes, whoever chooses to go, will stand around. Like let's say Levi wins,
Like they
so
do in every
Levi will
other
bring up
sport.
there, and Haley, I think she did at least in the first one. She hosts it, and she'll have the mic, and you take one of your mics and set it up on the podium. Is what I did. So
Are they
you're-
filming it?
Yes, they film,
Okay.
and then I film with my camera also. So, and then you take that audio, and you can ask a question. Like, I only went to A1 so far, so Lewis was standing in front of me, and maybe Kellen was there too, I think, in front of, and then everybody else, whatever, Ping, whoever. And I was like, hey, I want the mic. Tell Haley I need a mic, and she'd hand it to you, and you'd ask the question, and then it would go to the next guy.
Yeah.
And they record all of it, and they put it up. So it was really almost pointless for us to even use you could use the information for articles or whatever, but
To like put it
I
up as
wouldn't
its
even
own
use
thing.
that
Yeah.
probably on our channel because
But you have to be
Supercross.
there because that's that's why you're there.
you're gonna do it, and I'll probably come down for the 451 and
Well,
but
they're doing the
They're doing
250s. They're both after.
Yeah, they're both after the 450.
did they move it
Yes,
now?
they moved
Yeah,
it.
they
didn't
did.
know that.
Steve had mentioned that they fixed it.
Oh, didn't know that.
Yeah, so they're
missed that.
they're all after the 450
Okay,
now.
sweet.
So like it should work better, but
Yeah.
I know I'm sure you're gonna have 250 guys complaining that they got to wait around.
I mean that's whatever, but okay. So
Part
there you
of
go.
it.
Okay, let's do FXR picks. Scotty, will you read the FX? Do the
I don't know if
FXR
this guy's being sarcastic or not, but someone said, "Question every guy, same question, and post it is the best media."
Okay. What?
Question every guy, same question, and post is the best media.
He's saying like ask the same question to every person you go interview. Like have questions you can ask to everybody.
Oh.
Like almost general.
Oh, okay. I got you. Well,
I don't hate them, but
yeah.
if everybody does
I
that,
guess
like,
I kind of know what he's talking about. Like just go
basically
around
have something you can
Taco Bell or Taco Bueno,
No, not
just
even
like
that. It could be race related,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I mean I'm going to do another
Yeah.
version of Let's Hear It, which is
quad or whoops.
yeah.
Go.
Like at Vital, I did question of the week, and I'm still kind of doing that, but I'm just calling it Let's Hear It. Which anyway, all right, let's move on. FXR picks. Just you.
Yep.
You're supposed to read FXR.
Gotcha. FXR designed by racers for racers with industry leading fit, finish, and performance. Progression is the name of the game with every new piece created. At FXR, we push our brand to the next level to provide you with the best product possible. Used by Malcolm Stewart, Garrett Marchbanks, Mike Brown, Brock Tickle, Chris Kiefer, and many more. FXR has core moto roots. Visit FXR.com or go to your local dealership to see the complete 25 line, including Helium and Revo. And I really like my FXR hat and my shirt that they've given to me. I wear them all the time, and I enjoy them. They're very comfortable.
They are, and we're going to be giving.
I actually really like their hats. Their hats are
Yeah?
really good. They fit well, and I really enjoy them.
I'm a trucker hat type
Yeah.
of guy, so yeah, I think. Did I give you my FXR hat?
I think this is one of them, but I
Yeah.
have a couple. This isn't
Yeah.
really a trucker hat, but I do
I've
like
got
the
a couple
ones with
trucker
the
ones.
like the clip in the back or the strap.
Anyway, all right, FXR picks. This show has been a little bit off. Not having Walker kind of threw it off.
Yeah,
but
man.
it's all good, man. It's all good. We're gonna really work on getting some bigger,
this weekend will
guest
help.
lineup next week. Well, I think Chiz is gonna be on next week. Actually, speaking of that, last week I was like, oh, we have all these guys. We're supposed to do it. Like Grant Davis. We're
Hymus.
supposed to do this week. Hymus was going to probably
got
do it this
hurt.
week. Chiz. So Grant Davis didn't respond this week. Hymus got hurt, so I didn't bother him. Chiz forgot his wife was out of town. He was going to be babysitting the kids, and he's like, hey, I might actually have some news next week. Can we do it next week? So Chiz is scheduled to be next week, and we may have some news. And who doesn't love Kyle Chisholm? And then actually Levi might be on the show next week. He told me after A2, when I texted him a couple weeks ago. So I was going to try to save him for after Houston. But if he wins, Steve's going to get him. So we'll see. Because Steve always tries to get the winners.
And depending on how it's going after this weekend, he might not want to do it at all.
Maybe. But we're going to talk to a lot of people this weekend and try to start. I got to talk to Eli. I got to talk to KTM's PR and see if I can try to set some stuff up with Eli. So we're working. I'm going to talk to Hayden this week about doing the show in the next couple of weeks. So hopefully we'll have some really good guests going on in the next couple of weeks. And Colt was great. I just wish we had gotten Walker. I really want to talk to Walker about his last season in XC1. Anyway, all right, FXR picks for Houston. I'm going to go Hunter Lawrence gets his first win at the Triple Crown.
Damn it.
Chase,
we all on the same page, I guess?
Chase Sexton is second, and Cooper Webb gets that first podium and starts building to
You're going to put Eli off the podium?
Cooper Webb starts building.
I did too.
Cooper Webb starts building to a back-to-back championship.
I almost just interrupted you again for the hell of
For
it.
the fun of it? I would have just muted your mic.
But I also did want to pick Hunter as the winner as well because I think
you can.
I think because the Triple Crown he's proven he's been very consistent, and so I think he'll do good.
Yep.
I think it's going to come down to him and Eli.
Okay.
As far as consistency, I think. Fortunately, I think Chase has at least one main where something weird happens.
Okay.
So I'm going to go. I think Chase will go like 1-6-1 or something like that. So I'm going to put Chase third.
And ET second?
I'm going to put, because y'all are picking him, I'm going to put Hunter second, ET first.
Okay. I'm going to just put my little arrows here and switch that.
Yeah.
Chase?
I've got same as you, but Sexton and Webb are flipped. So Hunter, Webb, Sexton.
We need to do better about going off of like recapping like how wrong or right we were the last week.
Well, we're always wrong, so I never.
I know,
go back
but
and look.
like,
I mean,
we can at least joke about it. I think I got the winner right. I just picked Chase. Oh, we all pick Chase? Excuse me.
You and I both picked Chase. Then you picked Eli second and Hunter third. I picked Eli second, Cooper third, and Chase picked Hunter, Eli, and Chase.
So I was actually pretty close. I just had Hunter and Eli switched.
Sure, but
I'm just going to go Hunter until I get it right.
Still wrong.
I still had all three guys right.
Doesn't count.
More
You're
than
wrong.
You did. More than y'all did.
You lost, Scotty.
I lost less than
You're
y'all.
the same as you're the same amount of loser as I am.
less amount of losers than y'all are.
He's less of a loser. But yeah, damn it. I wish you hadn't got that email about the credential.
Well, as soon as you gave it away.
How?
Because like you were like, well, we have some news coming up, and then like
I was gonna be like, you don't
and then
get
so
to go.
then immediately I was like, okay, well he must have got something. My profile will probably be updated, and then go, ba-ding. Yeah, sure enough, there's the email.
Yeah, because even Sean was like, yeah, make him sweat. And I'm like, well, you already sent the email.
I think it's an automated thing. Like my profile is just automatically updated.
Probably so all good. So if
we'll be
you're
there.
gonna be in Houston this weekend, hit us up. Try to find us. We'll be around the pits a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, during qualifying, we're gonna be in the stadium. Actually, it's going to be really cold, so be prepared.
It'll be like sunny and 50. It's not that bad.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't remember. That's still pretty chilly. I mean, 50 is pretty cold to be.
It won't be that until like you're inside.
Yeah, I don't know.
It'll be in the afternoon.
Either way, if you're in Houston this weekend, search us out. I think I'm going to bring some T-shirts, some MotoXpod T-shirts. So yeah, I may have a few. Maybe we'll give a few away. Okay. I want to thank our guest, Colt Nichols. I don't know what happened to Walker Fowler. I want to thank both of you guys, you donkeys, for doing the show. I want to thank Race Tech and Yamaha Motor USA for presenting the show. Guts Racing, X Brand, FXR, ETS Racing Fuels, T-Boat USA, Grill Your Ass Off, Cherubies USA, and Renthal, all for taking care of the show, making it happen. Thank our listeners. Other than that, I guess we're back next week. And we will have more than one guest, no matter what. We're out.